Good night. I actually spent a lot of today watching the last like 10 lives, so I'm honestly trying to come here to like, you know, hey cranberry vodka, what up, Mina Love? Hey y'all, what up, Maya, I think you sent me a gift. Thank you if it was you. If it wasn't you, still thank you for being here. What up, Claire? Thank everybody for the all the birthday wishes. I'm overwhelmed. Like the comment section in the last live was so kind. Honestly, wow, you guys, I was like really fucked up. Honestly, like honestly, it was a funny live to me, but ooh, I like didn't remember everything that happened on my birthday. And then I had to find out from my friends who were like, "Bitch, you were disassociating the whole time." I was like, "Damn, for real, that was me." Thank you so much. I appreciate truly like the way I'm about to have a strawberry shortcake tonight. My dasher was really paying attention to the strawberries. She did that. But yeah, no, I'm super grateful for y'all fucking with me like through another motherfucking year. Oh my god, bitch. 34, 30 whore. Um, I did think of that earlier. So anyways, I do want to say the last few lives have been chaotic. There were like rewatching them, it feels wild because like honestly, even though like the last few lives have been me, it's like whoa, like trauma, going through things, feeling all these complex feelings, and then like watching myself from literally 2 weeks ago and being like, who the fuck is this? And it's been very wild. Whew, to be trying to transition through this time because I not only was moving, but I was also dealing with some inner child work. I was also cutting off my end mom who came back to my life. Bitch, it's so hard to cut them off, right? She really popped up, man. And, you know, I feel for her because it's like I know, at least now, that we're either punishing people or we're loving people. Like, it's either one or the other, bitch. And I hate to tell you that because, like, sometimes, you know, people are not just being how they're being, like they're trying to punish you, like they're operating out of you deserve to be punished. And some people operate out of you deserve to be loved, and loving you looks a lot of different ways than trying to punish you and harm you. And so I'm trying to practice love with my mom, and baby, it's not easy because the lady done already hung up on me, man. And I know I should try to cut her off again, but I'm just in a space where I'm like, you know what? We're gonna get it when we supposed to get it, right? It's like, damn, you know, I swear, like, the thing about narcissists is, like, I swear they do not call your phone until you're like, I'm done with you, like, I'm really done, I'm not bothering with you, and then and I'm telling you, they come around birthdays, holidays, they love to come around big, like, where you're expected to acknowledge them. And it's like, you wouldn't try this shit December 1st. You know what I mean? But on certain days, bitch, they try to use the energy of those holidays to make you feel like, well, I gotta say something because it's Christmas, bitch. Fuck Christmas. Not really. Like, but I'm just saying, fuck the idea that on Christmas we're gonna be different. That's weird as fuck. I'm sorry, but no. Let's keep it January. Let's keep it all year the same shit. Let's not pretend on people's birthdays and on the first of the year. You can see me now, you can hear me now, and it's awkward because my mom really was like, "Oh, come stay with me," and I'm like, "Sweetie, I do not trust you to stay with you, man. Like, I feel like motherfuckers be acting like they could just say anything and you're just supposed to go along with it, and it's not making sense and it's not emotionally intelligent, and it's just, and so yeah, I feel like I am the adult when I talk to my mom, and that shit sucks because it's a weird thing to talk to someone who brought you into earth and they're not getting it. And like, I don't think there's anything wrong with her. I think that she literally, not wrong, but I just feel like she has so much trauma, and then also she's still trying to, like, I feel like her hanging out with my grandpa who's a narc, I'm just like, bro, that's why you're fucking with me. Like, that, like, because you're dealing with him, the person that harmed you, that's why you're coming back into my life. And so it's very awkward, it's very weird, and yeah, I feel like I'm just not in a I'm not in my season of like fighting her. Like, I really tried to, but her popping back up on me got me just like, I'm not gonna do too much, but I just feel like because it's like I don't really see her as my enemy. Like, I really just feel like she's been harmed, and so she's trying to harm me, and I'm just like, okay, babe, like, it's not gonna work. I'm gonna just say what I believe, and you're gonna say what you believe, and we're gonna do what we do. You're gonna hang up on me. Like, that's what she's always gonna be the one hanging up. So I feel like that's supposed to be her dynamic with me. I don't know. Again, I feel like if you have a parent that just pops up on you in the weirdest of times, or not really there for you but want your energy, and it's like, why don't you go over there and get the energy you was getting before when you was ignoring me? But they don't have access to that anymore, and so you trying to cut off access to them. Like, my mom was really on the phone talking about some my firstborn, bitch. The fuck, like, mm. It's just, it's unfortunate again. It's really unfortunate how they just. It's like, where was your firstborn on December 1st? You know what I mean? It's things like that. Like, they'll say things to make you go, yeah, you really care about me, but the reality is, no. And I don't think she knows how, and even her own father don't know how, and so it's a lot of trauma. My bad for just spiraling, but that's again the effects of talking to your narc parents. You're just like, ooh, like, this is so much. It's not. It's really their own shit to deal with, and I don't want to carry this into the new year, and I feel like that's easier said than motherfucking done. With that being said, I do have great news to report. I made a chicken stock from scratch, and it came out beautiful. And I'm feeling great about it. And I think I'm gonna make some pho tonight for myself. Nice little pho dinner. I also fried chicken tenders from scratch. So I'm just feeling like that bitch. Actually, gonna have some faga, bitch, with some little crispy bits in it. Yes, bitch. Me. Feeling strong. Feeling so clever. I've never made chicken stock from a whole fucking chicken, but that shit is beautiful, and the flavors. Mm, mm. I'm in my domestic bliss living here. I fucking love my friend's house. Like, my friend's house is so fucking great. I love it here. I will say though, my friend's parent popped up uninvited. And it was just like, yo, I know it's not just me. Other people's parents are popping up on them and trying to act like, oh, you have to see me. You have to care. And it's like, it's funny though, because my friend was like, we're going to keep it tight 30 minutes on this one. But I kept checking in on them. I was like, are you okay? Because I will fight your dad. Like, I will. And like, honestly, my friend's dad was like, Honeybee, that's a sweet name. And I was like, low-key though, her dad, like, not to be weird. Actually, it's probably weird. It don't matter. But like, lowest of keys, like, my friend texted me and was like, I hope it's not weird that my dad's here. And I was like, no. I was like, but for 1 minute, I thought your dad was a hoe off this, like, off like fucking Fat Life or some shit for like 1 second. I was like lowest of keys. Like, I did a little double take. I was like, I think I might have took some money from this man, maybe. I was slightly worried, bitch. I was like, ooh, not your dad. Ooh. I was like, your dad is a trick, I think. He had trick energy. Because he was like, Honeybee, what's your real name? I was like, Rebecca. Just kidding. I said my real name like a fucking rookie. And this motherfucker was like, Tatiana. Tatiana. It was so awkward, bitch. And then I'm like very French. It's very French. Like, yes, sure, sure. Yes, I was carried in a womb and they said Tatiana. Indeed. Whatever, man. Like, it was silly. But I had a good time. You know what I mean? I had a good time. Um, but yeah, no, it was definitely a moment. I also, another thing I wanted to address, when I said that I hope my ex and his whole family get lice, that was hilarious. Oh my god. Ooh, I don't know about y'all, but I watch the old live sometimes and I'm just like, wow. But sometimes I just die laughing because I'm like, wow, you really said that. And honestly, past self, true. And then also, future self, if you're watching this, wasn't that funny? Go back and watch it. Yes, we wish lice on them. We love it. Honestly, it's shady. I don't give a fuck. I feel like I'm in my era of like, if you abused me, you could get lice. That's okay with me. And my titty, cause it's popping out. I don't care. Yeah, I'm wishing lice on people. Anyways, this is unrelated to everything. Another moment for me. Okay, so then people were talking about. Okay, I had a moment where I was talking about my brother and then like him being with a white woman. Here's my disclaimer on that commentary. So here's the thing. Yes, have I dated a white man? Yes. Did I ever think I was gonna have a baby with a white man? No. And then honestly, also, I never really wanted kids, but also definitely was not trying to have a quadroon. I'm just, no shade. No shade to any white passing people. Please don't be mad at me. But again, having a white passing mom, it's trauma. It is trauma. Having a white person tell you that they're black over and over again, that's trauma, babe. So, yeah. Honestly, I hated it. So, probably wouldn't want to recreate that in my life moving forward or have to deal with that confusion. Again, this is something that parents, aunties, uncles, but parents mostly, parents need to talk about with their kids. You know what I mean? Because again, people are out here mixing, have fun, go nuts. But also, if your child is so white, if the white genes came through, please don't have them out here fighting for their life. That's weird as fuck. But again, how many people are having this conversation, honestly? Real awkward. No, no, I don't. I don't think that. I feel like if people want to mix, they can. But I don't necessarily think that everybody need to be mixing. I don't think that. I'm not one of those. I'm a mixed person who sees how, unfortunately, by folks mixing, there is a new cast, and I feel like people don't want to talk about it. People don't want to talk about mixedness as like a full identity. And I'm not saying that like mixedness is a problem. I feel like again the last probably 10-second soundbite probably not good. What I'm trying to offer is that like we don't have the conversation. We don't have the framework to have conversation for mixed people to thrive in this society, unfortunately. And so that's why I'm saying like the concept that we should all be mixing is awkward because again, that's already happening and there's already weird shit happening and there's already no accountability and no conversation. And so I don't want to say it's dangerous. I don't want to be like making it seem like mixed people are dangerous, but we can be causing harm. Absolutely. We can be causing a lot of harm, confusion, gaslighting, manipulation, and I feel like that's a thing that people don't want to talk about. I feel like I hear people say all the time, oh, mixed people are so beautiful. I never hear people say mixed people are so divisive. And I feel like as a mixed person, it is something that I'm seeing. It's something I'm naming from my own experiences and from what I've done. So with that being said, like I'm not gonna sit here and not offer what I've perpetuated or also what I've heard, because I think that that's the only way that like conversations like go full circle, if that makes sense. Like I have to listen to other people to get intelligence so that I can make it make sense for me. I have to listen to obviously darker skinned black folks to even, I don't want to say understand. Understand's a bad word, but to be able to like try, attempt to make sense of some of the shit. But if I feel like what people don't want to hold is like saying that we're all gonna be mixed by a certain age. makes it seem as if like black people and white people are going to be like no more, and that's just not true. So we have to consider what we're trying to say. We have to really consider what we're trying to say. Because again, blackness and whiteness, white people made that up. Okay? But we know because white people made it up, based on what they made up, they were constantly talking about deep dark skinned black people that look a certain way. And with that being said, because they were talking about folks who are black, and I feel like with that being said, I feel like as a mixed person, I have to invoke like that we're talking about folks who are not lighter skinned. Like we're not talking about lighter skinned people at all. And we're not talking about mixed people. And I feel like those two are not necessarily interchangeable, but they a lot of times are. And so with that being said, I'll say this. I feel like people say light skin when they really mean mixed, and I feel like there are people who are black who have a lighter complexion perhaps, but they're not yellow and gold and shit. Like let's be clear. Um Being mixed has not put a burden on my life. I feel like that's really dramatic. Um I love Cherry Garcia ice cream. It's not about like a burden on my life. I just think that like I think the more that I listen to black folks, especially black women, the more that I pay attention to like conversations around anti-blackness, the more that I'm noticing and also hearing directly that mixed people are causing shifts and also making awkward making like really violent and hostile environments like for black people. And like one instance in particular, I'm talking to this I'm trying to remember if they're agender. I feel like their pronouns are she, her. But I'm talking to this woman who told me that she was a part of this group on Facebook, and somebody posted a question that says, "Are biracial people black?" And everybody that said no got kicked out the group. And that is a macroaggression, and it's very fucking weird. But I do think that we're unfortunately in a time where people, you know, are wanting biracial people who are, you know, typically looking a certain way to be able to claim their blackness. And like as someone who is mixed and at certain points in my internet career was talking about exactly cool beans, who was talking about being a mixed person, or talking about being a black person and invoking the one drop rule in a way that maybe some people may not be comfortable with like discussing. But like there are people who are like myself who have like a biracial parent or a mixed parent, who is aligning seemingly with blackness, and therefore like having children that are like phenotypically uh not white. People are really wanting to claim those folks and see those folks and hold those folks, and I'm saying those folks, but I'm saying us as black folks. And I want to hold that like I'm never wanting to like I feel like in one of the lives I feel like my tone was like really awful, and I want to hold space for that, that like being a mixed person is a, and I feel like this conversation is awkward because again, people talk about mixedness, but like we're always almost always talking about biracial, and anybody who's not like a 50-50 or like half and half, like it's kind of like people are just like, well, you're whatever your majority is or whatever. And I feel like for biracial people it's the same thing. Whatever genes won, that is how you're socialized seemingly. But with that being said, I feel like for people who are, it is a wild as fuck ride for sure. Um, I mean, but that's the thing though. Like the idea of people like the idea of people bleaching their skin is not necessarily because they want to have lighter skin. it's absolutely because of colorism and how colorism is harming them. And so other ways that colorism operate, and these are things that I wouldn't know unless I was listening to deep dark skinned people, but colorism is informing darker skinned people that that is who is the most desirable. And so even when a darker skinned person is operating under the punishment of like the chemical harm of like lightning, there's still this reward system that may reward them. And so it's a really fucked up and nuanced conversation that I'm not equipped to have, but it's one that I do want to hold, that like as not a 50-50 person, there is conversations around like who's able to claim blackness, or even people like trying to like tell me like after I'm naming like I'm a whole mixed person, that they still see me as a black person, which again is erasing black people. So these are things that I couldn't have come to learn or hold without again listening to black folks, listening to deep dark skinned people, listening to people who are, you know, very much interested in gatekeeping blackness. And I feel like unfortunately, I know some people don't want to hear that shit because again it implicates them, their mother, their father, their grandfather, somebody who told you something that was not right. And it's a hard thing to sit with, and I think that it's not going to be looking perfect at all. It's going to look very weird and messy, and at times, like someone noted, a burden on your life, which I feel like that's putting too much on it. The thing is, I'm trying to be using a serious tone because it's something that has harmed many black people. The claiming our blackness isn't a real thing. It is a way to erase black people, but also um, give, in my opinion, white people proximity to culture through us and through our mixedness and through our uh, family relationship connection. Like there are just a lot of ways that mixed people are being utilized. And so these are things that again I wouldn't be sitting with if I wasn't trying to again like be an allyship with folks. But that doesn't mean that I'm an ally just because I'm holding these things that are being said. I have every desire to be, but am I gonna fuck up? Absolutely. Will I need to be told things, or at times will I be someone that, you know, people may not want to align with? Absolutely. And so I'm trying to hold that like the ways that we're taught race in America is anti-black. Thank you so much. And so, unfortunately, a lot of folks are going to be anti-black. Like, I feel like, especially when there are mixed people, like I feel like anti-blackness is like par for the course. And so, even the concept of like people being able to claim their blackness and like that not being very obviously, in retrospect, like it's like there's nothing about that that sounds like realistic, like that can really actually happen in retrospect. um but or in this moment it's like, what does that even fucking mean? But at the time I feel like what it meant was like being able to like say certain words, being able to feel like I had the power to invoke certain things or show up in certain places and have certain power in certain ways. And I feel like even trying to like explain it, I feel like I'll probably never be able to know all the ways that I was operating and all the ways that it was like not okay. And I probably won't even be able to apologize or atone enough or to the people that I need to. But I also feel like at the same time, being visible during this, I don't even know what you would call it, just listening, being candid during listening, um, and listening to hear. I'm hoping that there can be other mixed people who are younger than me that can like, you know, get their shit together. Like that's my hope. And also like just be able to maybe hold space for their elders who like just didn't fucking know how to communicate about their mixedness, didn't know how to talk about themselves in a way that celebrated themselves. as a whole person, but also didn't like exotify themselves. Like again, I don't think that there's a lot of conversation around having like mixed parents who are invested in the one drop rule. But if we had those conversations, I'm not gonna say it. No, I will. I will. But if we had those conversations, there would be some people we would be looking at and be wondering why they are invoking blackness. But that's a combo for another day, babe. You think it's okay to use powdered sugar when you're making simple syrup for like a strawberry shortcake? Because I ain't seen a regular sugar. And I feel like powdered sugar is the same thing, it's just powdered. It looked like it was gonna work. I hope so. But yeah, I don't claim to know anything. I'm dead, Mango. You know what? Listen, listen. There's other mixed folks out here. There's other mixed people to talk about out here. I mean, I feel like Beyonce's an easy target, honestly, but I feel like she's only an easy target because, again, here's my thing, and I feel like people want to be mad at me. They can be, but I have never seen anybody black write about how their enslaved ancestor fell in love with master and was like, this shit is romantic. I've never seen no shit like that. I feel like that's some mixed people shit, personally. As a mixed person, I feel like you gotta be mixed as fuck to be like, I just, mm-mm, mm-mm. I've never seen it. But again, I feel like, I feel like that's the thing. I feel like as a mixed person, I feel like as a mixed person, people pulling back the curtain, and when I say pulling back the curtain, I just mean people saying, we're not doing the one drop rule anymore, guys. You know what I mean? I just feel like when people were like letting it be known, like we're not doing it anymore. Like if you're mixed, you're mixed. Like it's okay. I was like, okay. And then I started looking at other shit. I started being like, oh my god, whoa, a lot of us are weird as hell, me included. So again, I'm not trying to be acting like I know that I don't know shit. I'm listening and I'm grateful. Very grateful. Very grateful. Very grateful. Hey Flowers, hope you're doing well. I mean here's the thing. We don't have to like drag Beyonce. We could just be candid. We could just be candid. We could just be candid. It don't have to be nothing mean spirited. Cause I feel like, you know what, let me not. Cause I feel like that's another aspect of like being a mixed person who's also light skinned. Cause like mixed people are not just light skinned. We gotta hold that too. But that's the thing about being a mixed person who is lighter skinned. People will really say that we're being bullied because motherfuckers is being direct. We have to talk about that because again, I've definitely done that before. Like people are being direct with me. Wasn't nobody bullying me, but people are like, "Oh my god, they're coming for this girl," and it's like people being direct with you, unhappy with your behavior, is not people attacking you. And I'm not going to say in every instance like people were being as kind as they could be, but bitch, honestly, people don't really be owing us kindness, especially when we're doing macroaggressions and assuming they may be microaggressions. Like, I just feel like I'm sitting with the reality that I've probably indefinitely, because there may be times where I'm like, but I'm gonna say it, probably indefinitely, been on some weirdo shit, and I feel like, again, the only way to really hold that is to keep on listening because there are some darker skinned people who are they're I don't want to say brave because it feels shitty, But I feel like because us light skinned people and white people, because it's not just because I feel like when us light skinned people get talked about, white people pop out too. Let's talk about that. But we can be so demonic and weird. And again, I know some of us don't want to hold it. I know some of us don't want to hold it. Come close, my light skinned mixed sister. Please know I'm trying to say this with love, because honestly, there are people that don't owe us to say it with love. And so I'm just trying to, hey, each one teach one, bitch. Yeah, we really do be doing too much. And so with that being said, us reacting to, us perceiving disrespect or harm or some kind of disconnect, that can honestly be very dangerous for darker skinned people to deal with, because the way people will jump up for us. And again, this isn't me trying to name that in every instance. Let me not do all that. I'm just gonna say I'm what I'm trying to offer is that, like, I've had beefs with people that have had nothing to do with, I don't want to say anti-blackness, but have had nothing to do. Um, hmm, how would I fucking know? Yeah, see, it's moments like this where it's like there's no way for me to know how colorist I am or when I was colorist. I have to just be asking, like, hey, does this make sense to you? Um, and am I doing something that could be harming you? Like, I feel like that's the thing that people don't want to talk about at times. It's like it's on white people to be like, hey, like, are you comfortable? Are you feeling safe? Like, I feel like that's the thing is like, so there's no way for me to know how colorist I've been. There's no way for me to know how anti-black I've been. I have to continuously ask, and I feel like unfortunately, because we're living in this time of like such loud anti-blackness, um, I'm I'm feeling very deeply that even even asking, because like I've had some conversations with some darker skinned people where I could feel like in the moment they were like, oh shit, like you've been listening to us. And I was like, I'm glad that you feel that, like I'm glad that that's happening. But I'm also kind of like, I don't want to be annoying. You know what I mean? Like, because I feel like there's white people that try to talk to me and they'll be like I can just feel that they're like, don't you know I'm woke? You know what I mean? And it's just like, I don't want to be that. I don't want to be that. Hear me. Hear me. I don't want to be that. I don't want to be like, I know about things. Like, I don't want to be that. Ooh, no. Because again, when white people do it, I be like, girl, I'm watching you. I'm watching you because I don't trust it. Like, you over here, you got some information. I'm kind of worried now. A little bit worried. So that's why I'm just like, like, I'm listening, but I also don't want to be acting, I don't be performative and be like, I just know shit. Like, I do not. So, I'm just trying to hold space, you feel me? Because again, yeah, like I said, I don't know anything. I just be listening. But I do be fucking up as well, and I have fucked up in this video. I've tried to, but again, if people are hearing me and want to take space to say something to respond, I will appreciate it. But yeah, like I said, I don't know everything. I know nothing. I'm listening, and I'm hoping that people are doing similar things with people that they have privilege over, or not privilege over, but just like have privilege. Yeah, it's definitely privilege over. So yeah, I don't want to be gaslighting. But I feel like when we have privilege, or we have marginalized identities, or we're being harmed in a particular way, um, it can be a very I feel like it can be a moment at times for us to have to hold that, like, there are so many people in the room that are harmed in ways that we don't know, we don't understand, we'll never understand. And so I'm definitely always trying to remind myself, like, taking a step back from like what I've experienced doesn't necessarily mean that like I'm I'm not holding space for myself. Like, it means that like there's people that have different experiences than me, and like hearing them is part of my liberation as well. And so I think that that's something to just think about. If you're someone who has marginalized identities, but there are people who have privilege, or there are people that are oppressed by you or by your privileges. It's just a thing to consider, you know, that like your liberation includes them. And so if you're not considering like how you can be in alignment with people who are more marginalized than you, you're failing. You're failing to be in community. And so I don't say that lightly. It's a hard thing to hold, but we're either practicing love or we're practicing punishment. And that's another little little another little nugget that I got for y'all is that like we are constantly practicing like punishment or practicing love, and it's very scary. It's very scary to think about because sometimes, as I said earlier, like you start to realize like how many people really love you and are wanting good things for you and wanting like love to continue to blossom, and then some people are just very much like, I actually want you to feel pain. I actually want you to hurt. It's a lot. Okay, so for the people that made it this far, bitch, can we talk about Omar? Because he texted me back, bitch. Listen, if nobody cares about Omar, I will move on. Because it's not that good of a story, bitch. It's a mess. And I think I might have to put him in my shoe, honestly. Because he'll all random texting after, bitch, you done dipped on me. You don't have to. You don't. Girl, I just feel like leaving at 5 a.m. on Christmas in a Uber, baby. Oh, you could delete my name out the phone. I just feel like there's no way we're coming back from that. But sure enough, thank you, Maya. Sure enough, sure enough, I get a text on my fucking birthday saying, I'm so mad at you. Like, he really, bitch, he wrote a whole paragraph, sweetie, about how he's mad at me and how he made a bunch of Puerto Rican rice for the people down to the motherfucking Mr. Kakashka, Hey Arnold boarding house. I'm like, it's a little melty, bitch. It's a little melty, but I still got a lot. I still got a lot of ice cream. I like to eat it like a soup, bitch. I know I'm different. Anyways, though, he really, bitch, but he's really telling me, hey, Mish, I mean, Maya, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. The rice scam is crazy. My thing is this: not you had the gondolas, the anato, the rice, everything the whole time. Wow, a mess. Am I hurt? I mean, I'm gonna be real. If he, I wasn't sure if he was making the ones with the green olive, because if it wasn't the rice with the green olive, I'm good. But I just feel like again, leaving my house at 5 o'clock in the morning on Christmas, aka my birthday eve, is crazy. Like I just feel like that I never need that in my life. I never need that. I never need that. Somebody running around the house with their suitcase trying to make sure they have all their stuff before the Uber gets here. I never need that. I never want that. Hell no. That Sag stellium and that Scorpio stellium, never again. I'll never do that again. Ever again in my life. That's a double stellium life I'll never do. Whoa. What a whirlwind. It was fun. It was fun for what it was, but wow, but yeah, and then bitch, after the paragraph about how like bitch, he was gloating. He was gloating. Bitch, I'm not even gonna read the whole text, but he was just like, he's like, guess He was like, guess who I cooked for? And they loved my food and they wanted more. I'm like, am I supposed to answer that? I'm so sorry. I don't give a fuck. And then he gonna have to follow it up with, and I checked the timestamp because I was like, bitch, not he gonna wait like 5 minutes later and go, happy birthday. Bitch, I went to call, but my friend was like, don't call. And then I hung up immediately, so I don't know if it registered. And then I just wrote, thank you. I pray the call never went through. I pray. I pray the thank you was the only thing that reached him. But, babe, whoa. The dick wasn't worth all that, man. Calm down. Like, whoa. We're going through the wildest time. But, again, any man telling me that he's so mad at me and that he fed other people some food he said he's gonna feed me, I wish people would read their text where they send them, because it's like, girl, you're giving villain, you're giving super villain, you're giving super villain who is playing games with the rice. I just don't understand that. I'll never understand that. I'll never understand it. Hey, Momo, thank you so much for the love, babes. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for coming through for me. Oh my god, I'm happy to see you. But yeah, no. Again, the Omar story was this big because after those texts, it's like, babe, you're dead, and I pray because here's the thing, the retrograde is over on the 1st. Bitch, I pray, like, bitch, I'm blocking, but you never know how they are. Like, he a weirdo, and I could see him popping up. I could see him popping up. I could, bitch. I really could. Just to be like, oh, you know, like, I didn't think that was the end. Like, I could see him just trying to manipulate me or some shit. And baby, I'm not gonna fall for it. I'm not. I promise you I'm gonna stand up. I promise you I'm gonna stand up. But yeah, no. There were other things I wanted to say. I'm struggling. But yeah, no, honestly, I did want to say, like, before I go out there, because I don't want to be awkward, but, like, I'm staying with my friend Art and their partner, and, like, they're so in love. And I'm so happy I'm here. And it's just so cute. Like, I just feel like the universe knew I needed this shit. The universe knew I needed this. That's all I gotta say, bitch. Virgo, Taurus, energy. Like, it's an earth sign vibe up in here, bitch. We all strong as hell. Super strong. But also super sad and super emotional. And I love it. I love it. Like, we're always doing some, just, it's so fucking cute here. I'm so happy. I haven't been happy in a long time. Like, I ate a strawberry and I almost cried. Like, literally, bitch, I just feel like I can be my softest self here. I can be my most vulnerable self. I can be my most marshmallowest self. And no one's gonna think I'm anything. Whew. But yeah, no, I, like, really needed this shit. Cause, like, just the way, the energy, oh my god. Like, what I really love about Earth sign people is, like, we really mind our fucking business. Like, that's what I love about us, bitch. Like, honestly, like, that's one of my favorite things is, like, I don't feel like nobody's on no type of time but their own. Like, there's no, everybody just doing their own thing. If we happen to if we happen to all be at the same, then we vibing. But then we main characters. You feel me? We main character. No shade to the other signs, but I feel like the Earth sign main characters, we're just, you know. And so I'm loving that aspect of it. Again, I also feel like living with a child, whew, it was definitely a lot, and I was grateful for the experience for sure. But I'm so grateful to be around adults, honestly. I'm dead at you. Red Jezebel, you're funny as hell, yes. But no, being around Earthside people is just, it's just lovely. I just love the Earths. We are so fun. And again, very unpredictable. We be on all different types of time, and so I appreciate that. Um, Let me see. Um, yeah, it's wild. It's like I said, like these people, they practice love. Like they don't practice punishment. They're not the type of people that'll be like, oh, I'm gonna try to like get you. Like I'm gonna teach you a lesson. Like that's not their vibes. And so I just feel like the house is just very much different. Like it's a different energy here. And again, I'm not saying that to be disparaging, but I promise you, like, we are either operating out of love or operating out of trying to punish people. Pay attention to how people treat you. Are they trying to punish you, bitch? Get away. Get away, please. Honestly, this Cancer full moon punched me in the fucking heart. Um, I feel like Cancerian people, y'all are funny as hell. I feel like the thing I like about Cancers is like y'all like when people be making the jokes. Y'all like to be the ones laughing. Like they love to be in the crowd giggling and shit. Um I don't know. I just feel like Cancer people, from what I've noticed, like they're low key as fuck, but I always get along with them very good because like people accuse Capricorn people of not being emotional, but the reality is, baby, we're too emotional. Like, and I don't want to say that to be like limiting our emotions, but we have so many emotions actually that for people to say we're unemotional is hilarious because I think we pretend a lot. Not do Sag, bitch. Honestly, somebody said do Aquarius the other day. That shit had me crying, bitch. That shit had me crying. It just reminded me of like when we used to be on Periscope and I used to do the tarot parties, bitch. That shit used to be funny as fuck. Side of bars, bitch. Like soon, cause I just looked at my cards, but soon we gotta do a tarot party, cause them shits used to have me dying. Y'all used to have me laughing like shit. Um, not do Sag though. Acorn. I'm crying. I don't think anybody is too emotional, but I just feel like Capricorn, like we do a lot of performing like we're okay and we do not be okay. And meanwhile, Cancer, I feel like they're so in touch with their emotions that I think people can be a little like, oh damn, like, like you really said that shit. Like I feel like a Cancer will really say that shit. But more than say, they'll just bop you. I feel like that's one thing. Not to put violence on my Cancerian folk, but I feel like the crabs. Oh, I just feel like a Capricorn will not beat your ass because we don't want to seem like we beat people's ass. But Cancer will beat your ass as a motherfucking as a standard. And I just feel like that's what some people don't want to hold. It's like a Capricorn will really not want to put hands on you because again, once we put hands on you, then we the bitch that beating up people. Then we the villain. We the giant. You know what I mean? I just feel like we not gonna do all that, bitch. We're not gonna do all that. But motherfucking Cancer, yeah, mm-hmm. Definitely did beat your ass. Definitely would beat your ass again. Definitely thinking about it, dreaming about it, manifesting on it, pulling it towards them, pushing it towards you. You know what I mean? That's what I feel from the Cancerians. Like I feel like they really will beat your ass. It's not a game. They don't care who saw you. Get your ass beat by them. Tell everyone that they will get their ass beat too. So that's what I've observed by Cancer. Very quick to beat your ass, from what I noticed. Aw, thank you so much. Aw, y'all are super sweet. Y'all, not this motherfucker just stabbed me. Who got stabbed by Cancer? And also, do Sag, honestly, Sag people, what is going on? I got a Sag moon right now, and whew, man. I don't know, bro. It's feeling very goofy and loopy. So, all my Sag people, sending love to you. Sending love to my Sagittarius. I'm sorry. I'm just reading again that someone was stabbed by a cancer. What? You don't like Sages at all? That's interesting. I feel like Sages are just on their own type of time. Like I feel like out of all the fire. You already know, you already know. You already know, you already know. Honestly, having titties is so nice. Like, you ever touch your own titty and just be like, damn, bitch. That's. Oh, you said Scorpio will stab you and not give a fuck? You know what I've noticed of Scorpio though, and this might be my own experience. I feel like, you know that stinger. I feel like between me and you get stung by them, and then it's a slow release of poison. That's how I feel. People might be thinking they're getting cut off, but I feel like you're actually being slowly poisoned over time. And then at some point, they try to act like you're toxic, but it's like, baby, you poisoned me. What happened? Maybe that's toxic. Maybe that's a toxic way to view it, but that's just how I feel. Yes. Oh, you said you love Sag. You do not like Cancer. I'm not gonna lie, bitch. Like, look, I want to roast this man with y'all so bad, bitch. I'm so mean. I think he might be an Aries, though, bitch. Don't let me have my phone on me. Yeah, it's for the best I don't have my fucking phone on me, bitch. But yeah, no, like, I don't know. I just like Cancers. I have all, I don't know. I just feel like Cancers, they all have a certain look, personally. I don't know, bitch. Like I said, I wanted to come through just to clarify that on my birthday, I was like super unwell, super ungood, very, very unwell. Very much like it's my birthday and I'm a disassociate, and also my mom called me, so I didn't expect that. I also feel like I don't know, like yeah, like yeah, I feel sad um that I didn't get birthday dick because I did try to set that up for myself. I want to just give a shout out to my past self. You the big one. You really trying to set up a pot of Spanish rice and some dick. Wow, you tried your best. But when that shit didn't work out, like my whole shit was just like, I'm going to sleep. Like Rip Van Winkle, bitch. Like wake me up when September comes, bitch. I'm gone. And then I woke up and I unfortunately have like a fucked up thing going on with my finger. It's not worth it to talk about. I've had it happen to me before. I've been putting like a bunch of like, I don't think I have it in here because I think it's outside, but there's this oil. Look it up, bitch. Especially if you're a bitch that gets like inner ear issues or like cuticle infections. Like you ever get like, it's called like paranchia or some shit like that. It happens to the girlies that get their nails done a lot, but also the girlies that bite their nails a lot. It's called mullein garlic olive oil. Look it up online. It's very fucking cheap to get. You want to warm it up in some hot water off of like a teapot or some shit. You don't want to be boiling it in the jar. Don't do that. But just get some hot water, put the jar in it, and then I'm telling you, like inner ear bullshit, any kind of like, just some like gross little infections that can happen to you. This is just a nice little natural save before you may need to go to the hospital. Like the last time I had one of these, my finger blew up and it got real wild. At this point, it's seeming like I'm gonna be able to like naturally pass this thing through. Pray for me, bitch. It doesn't feel like it's getting worse. It feels like it's getting better, but I feel like it getting better means that like it has to like pop. So, yuck. But I've been just like warming it and then putting the oil on it, and it's bringing it to the surface. The last time this happened to me, I definitely had to go to the hospital. So, but yes, mullein is a bad bitch. It's a bad bitch. Trust me, I'm trying to get me a hotel room with a hot tub. Trust me, I'm trying to work on some shit. But yeah, no, like the mullein garlic oil, it's fucking amazing. And mullein, by itself. You can make tea, especially if you're someone who smokes a lot of cigarettes. If you're a tobacco, a little bit of grabba. This is no judgment, baby. Listen, every now and then, a little tobacco. I understand. I understand. If you're feeling like, and it's like staticky, mullein tea. It's gonna be better. It's kind of like when you take Robitussin and then shit be coming out of you like an expectorant without the Robitussin vibe, and you can just put some honey in it. It doesn't taste the best, I'm not gonna lie, but it's good for cleansing mucous membranes. And so just consider that. So it's gonna be helping with your nose. If you get some of the steam, it's gonna be helping with your lungs. It's gonna be helping with your throat. It's gonna be helping with a lot of that shit, babes. So just want to put that out there. And again, I only know this because I work with an herbalist. She was a racist, but she did know about herbs. So shout out to Heather. Thanks, Heather. Um, Honestly, I don't want to talk about Devin. I feel bad. I feel bad about that story in retrospect. You know, who knew? Who knew people were gonna love that story? But I feel like that story says a lot about us, doesn't it? You know, why do we think it's funny when people's feet look crazy? Like, why is that so funny to us? I want us to unpack that one day. And I hate that I'm laughing. I don't know. I wish I knew myself, bitch. But there's just something about a wild toe. I don't know what it is. Something about, I don't know why. It's like when I go in nature and laugh at a random animal or something that had a wild toe, would I? I don't think so. But maybe I would. I don't know. I wonder if animals are roasting themselves. Like, I wonder if that's happening. Probably not. Anyways, listen, I don't know why I can't call it my damn self. I wonder. Not people don't wash their feet. I mean, I feel like he didn't wash his feet on top of like not knowing how to even cut the nail. I feel like unfortunately a lot of people don't teach people how to take care of their feet like when they're like I don't feel like anybody really teach people how to take care of their feet. I honestly don't think that. Maybe somebody would. What up, Kenneth? Oh, look at you, beautiful friend. How you doing? Honestly, we just got into the hygiene Olympics. We're talking about people that clean their feet or don't. We're talking about cuticle removal. We're talking about our bitches out here squaring the nail or not. We're talking about hangnails. We're talking about hangnail etiquette. To hangnail, to not hangnail. Um, I'm crying. I mean, some people really don't know how to do their feet. Some people don't got a pumice. Glass pumice. See, I'm glad we having this convo because I didn't know they had glass pumice. Wow, bitch is about to be soft as hell. Thank you for telling me about that. You don't even know. You don't even know. You don't even know what you just did. The way my heel thanks you, okay? The way my heel is thanking you. All right, cause I'm not a hard rock. I really am a gem, but you couldn't tell by the heel, child. You could not tell by the heel. Um, bitch, me too. Not it, not to the pink meat. Y'all are so funny. The little foot spas. Oh, okay. So y'all be getting little bubblies, you know, cause I can't. People can't be affording to go down to the whatchamacallit, and then on top of that, I don't know, cause bitch, I had some trauma not that long. Not go back and watch my video feed. I'm crying. But my thing is this, like, I went. This is unrelated, perhaps, but I went to go get a massage, and the dude punched me in my booty. And I know it's out of control for me to just say this out of nowhere, but I just want to say, like, I don't trust all the service worker people all the time, and I don't mean it to be shady, but some of these people are fat phobic and anti-black and weird, and I just feel like I cannot trust them all. And like, bitch, I literally went to um I went to go get a massage a while ago, and I dead ass felt like I was assaulted. Like, I started crying, bitch, when I had left. Because I was like, I don't think they were supposed to punch me in my booty like that. Like, I don't feel like my booty was supposed to get punched. I also feel like he punched me in my feet, and that shit kind of blew me. Because I was like, bro, I don't think. And it was one of those, like, walking off the street, come and get. It was like $30 for like 30 minutes. $1 a minute massage head ass. I was like, what? Like, what? And it started off nice, but then at some point he just punched me in my booty like 3 times, like on each side. And I was like, I've never had this. And on top of that, I don't even really have a booty. So it was honestly very wild. I was like, I don't know. I don't know what is going on, but like, you are punching me on my back slash flat slash side cuboid. Like, it's just like the way my booty was laying when I was laying. I was like, punch up if you're gonna punch it. You punching it weird. And my booty already got a shape that I don't even like all the way at the time. My booty has changed. I just want to put that out there right now, bitch. Because at that point, I was not really looking at my booty like that. But at this point, and I just want to put that out. And that's that. Next question. And we're going back. Because nobody asked me a question. Anyways, so yeah. So at the time, bitch, when he punched my booty, I was like, ooh, this is crazy. Then, bitch, I pissed on myself a little bit. Because when he punched me, I was surprised. So I peed a little bit. Then I feel like, bitch, I was wearing a dress. It was a long maxi, bitch. Yes, I got a fucking massage in a long maxi. Do not drag me. Do you think that's why I got punched in the booty? I don't know. So I'm wearing a long maxi. He gonna punch me in the booty, bitch. I peed on myself. Bitch, I was kind of scared. Then, bitch, he punched me in my fucking feet. I know the pee came out on the other side. And then I'm just like, oh my God, am I getting beat up? And, bitch, it was a nightmare. It was a nightmare. As soon as I left, I just like stood on the street corner. Bitch, I just stood on the street corner and called, and I don't even want to tell y'all who I was dating at the time, but I called my partner. And I was like, they beat me up. They were like, who beat you up? I was like, the man. They were like, what man? I was like, at the massage place. I was like, they was punching me in my booty and my feet. I was like, what? They were like, baby, I'm so sorry. They're like, do you need me to come get you? I was like, no, I'm just going to take an Uber home. But I was just like, is this normal? And I'm laughing, but it's like, bitch, people who got massages before. And I'm not talking about like you booked a massage. I'm saying like you was walking and they had a little massage parlor and you could just go in and they do something. Please, somebody help me. Has anyone ever been punched? Let me know. Is it a standard? If you just off the street, just go get a massage. You know, just, hey. Listen, it's hilarious in retrospect, but at the time, I was just like, people pay for this? Very concerned. Very concerned. But in retrospect, I'm like, bitch, that's not good. That's not good. Listen, I know we're laughing, but it's like, bitch, that's really like, Because it's like, bitch, imagine if people just getting beat up and then they gotta give the people the money. Like, that's kind of crazy, because that's what happened to me. I got beat up. You've been karate chopped. Okay, so they're doing karate chops. All right. I'm hearing you. I'm hearing you for sure. Yeah, no, it wasn't a karate chop. I'll say this though. I feel like the next time I get a massage, I'm going to just be doing some work, and it's probably gonna be a femme person, to be honest with you. It's probably not going to be another man. I'm gonna be so for real, cause no, 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 thank you. Cause if I get beat up again, bitch, I can't take it. But yeah, no. Anyways, I don't even know where the fuck I came out with that story for. What the fuck were we talking about? I think we were talking about, we're talking about hygiene, services. Yeah, bitch, again, I don't trust everybody to be touching on me these days, because again, some people are really just beat you up, and it's like, and then they're like, it's $30 for a beat up. Yikes. But yeah, no, not you politely to heard, heard. I wonder. I feel like there's probably got to be a site. There's got to be a site to go on, like a care.com for like body work. I'm gonna look into it. I'm gonna really look into it because I really need that. Like, I really want a massage bad as hell, but I do not want to give me that. That's really it. I don't want to give me that. But yeah, no, I really just wanted to come and just like not be like I'm high always, but I just wanted to come here like not be high as fucking wild. You know what I mean? Um, okay, Empress, thank you for saying that. Cause I was over here sitting here like, okay, well I guess we getting punched then. But yeah, no, like I was saying, I wanted to come here because like on my birthday I was like very high, and then also I was disassociating. Like my friends said they were worried for me, and like when I watched my live on here, I was like, I was like, well, I was like, I definitely seem high as fuck, and I also seem like slightly stressed about my mom calling me, and like I just feel like sometimes when I talk about my mom, like I know it's probably triggering to somebody because like having narcissistic moms is like a thing. Like a lot of people have narc moms. If you're having bad cramps during periods, something that can be helpful is like a warm, like a bag of like beans or something and cloth. You really want to look into this, but like I used to use one. People will put like herbs in it, like lavender, and basically it's like lavender and beans, and you can like heat it in the microwave, and you can put it on your stomach. Um, I appreciate you. I appreciate you, but I think at the same time, like, I just like I don't know. I'm just feeling like I want to be accurate. Like I want to just like I want to tell y'all the news, but at the same time, I'm fucking traumatized, and like I feel like watching the last few lives, I'm just like, bro, like whoa. Like that's the level of traumatization. I'm watching videos of myself from like the past like 2 weeks, and I'm like, wow, can't believe that happened to that person. It's not feeling like it happened to me. Like I don't even feel there anymore. And a lot of people are saying that there was like an ego death with the full moon and shit, which is interesting. But if I can be candid, like I think the reality is for me, I'm not in a space where people are trying to punish me. Like that last housing, like they were trying to punish me. And like it was awkward because it's like everything that y'all are saying that I don't have, y'all don't have either. And yet you still deserve this. You still deserve housing. And so it was just very much like I'm talking, but you can't hear me. And so it's best I get going. Because you can only like talk to someone who's not listening to you for so long before you're like, yeah, just. Because, yeah, I just started feeling like really mentally just, yeah, I wasn't good. And then getting here, I just immediately was like, let me go do some self abandoning and go fucking hook up with this dude that I knew before I hooked up with Omar. Should not have hooked up with Omar. I think that's like everyone, right? Like we all, not we all, I don't want to put this on y'all, but like I feel like for me at least, like after going through something stressful, traumatic, I'm just like, oh, let me put myself in some danger I can manage. Because it's like, I didn't realize how much I wasn't being loved in this space. And I feel like some people may not hold that, like, love is like, it's basic. It's fucking basic. Like, I'm not trying to say that, like, I'm in love with all of you here. But I have enough love to like be honest with you. I have enough love to hold myself accountable. Like at the end of the day, like I'm not gonna punish you for being here and try and make it seem like if I do something wrong and you do the same thing, like we're all wrong, like and we should just be feeling bad forever. Like I'm not operating that way, and I'm hoping that people who are coming into my life are seeing that and also operating that way or wanting to operate that way, but I unfortunately know. Ooh. Oh wow. Whoa, Nima. Thank you so much. Uncooked sock and a uncooked rice in a sock. Thank you for that, Acor. Um Damn. Kenneth, heart goes out to you talking to your narcissistic parent. That shit is scary as hell. Um, like I wanted to talk to my mom, but then when I was talking to her, I was like, I don't want to be doing this no more. Yes, thank you so much. Thank you for seeing me. I appreciate the kindness, genuinely. Um, I've been 34 for 2 days and it feels hilarious. I also recently realized that like I'm 17 years away from like, or I'm, it's been 17 years since I've been 17 and like, I don't know why, but 17 is like a, it was a year, it was an age for me that I really remember because like that's when I got free from like living where I had like grown up my whole life basically, like the same state. And so I was just like, I'm free, and like it's just wild to like be here and just notice like 17 years is a very short amount of time, but it doesn't feel like it. Like when you really think about it. And I don't know how many other people are in their 30s now or have like some years since they've, you know, maybe left home or just started being an adult or whatever the case may be. But it definitely blows my mind. Right, bitch. Right. I'm just like, whoa. Like, I watched some, like, old videos of myself. Like, I just feel like birthdays are so emotional, are they not? Because you're just like, who are you? Who were you? And it's just, but I feel invigorated. I feel excited that I'm here. But yeah, like, this retrograde that we're going through right now is silly. I want to say we have a Mercury retrograde in Libra. I want to say that's happening right now. I could be wrong, but yeah, I feel very much like excited about the future. I'm grateful you're here too, Kenneth. You've always been so kind. Yes, I'm grateful for us all, bitch. Like, what the fuck? 2023 was wild as hell, was it not? Whoa, are y'all doing anything for the new year? There's a bonfire that I kind of want to go to, but I got beef. And when I say beef, I just mean like I told someone that I just told someone how I felt. And I don't know if they appreciated it, but they might not. But at the same time, I don't know. I just feel like sometimes I just feel like sometimes, like, when you're, like, poor as fuck and, like, you tell people, like, oh, like, I'm going through something, I need support, like, their first inclination is, like, oh, I'm sorry to hear that, like, but then, like, there's this thing that's happening right now where, like, a lot of people are trying to, like, build brands. I love that. Please do that. Build your brand. But if someone you're having a conversation with is like, hey, I'm homeless, I could really use some uplifting in terms of like, can you share my flyer or can you uplift what's happening to me, like to the other collectives we're connected to that you have more cachet with? It's like, why keep asking me to like post shit in my story? Like, babes, like, can you talk about the reality I just like offered you? Like, and I feel like that's the conflict is that like I felt like this person like didn't hear me or like didn't really give a fuck about what I was talking about, but wanted me to use my platform to uplift them, and I'm just if you want something from me, help me. Like I will be able to help you more if I'm not homeless. You know what I mean? Like that's how I felt. But at the same time, like I don't think every person like gets it. Like sometimes, like when you're being candid, I think people be thinking like you're okay. Not a white man. Not the snowstorm with a white man on cocaine. I'm crying. Wait. I'm crying. Not a snowstorm with a white man on cocaine, bitch. I'm like, wait, when did that happen? I'm crying. Wait, I do remember the white man with cocaine. Oh my god! And you know what sucks? Like, I barely remember it, but I do remember he had cocaine in like a dreidel. And, mm, yeah, unfortunate. Very unfortunate. It's the Cherry Garcia. I'm crying. Y'all just reminded me that like this white man had cocaine in like a dreidel, and like I was trying to be like, what's this about? And like I opened it and we were driving and the cocaine like the first time I ever tried cocaine, it was just blasted into my eyes. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yep. Yep. Into my eyes and my nose. So I became coked out the first time I did cocaine. The last time I did cocaine was with my ex girlfriend's mom. And she demanded everyone do cocaine because it was Christmas. And then, for days, she was locked in her room with her favorite man friend. And then we got a text message from one of the cousins that was living there that was like, it's getting weird, guys. The cocaine has taken over. Wildest time of my life. So, again, I just be smoking weed, you guys. I feel like every other experience I've had outside of weed and mushrooms, because I want to leave out my mushroom friends, but yeah, the cocaine girls can have it. I never seen it work out, honestly. As far as trying cocaine, I wouldn't tell you to try it at all. Like it was very basic. It was a very basic high. I did not enjoy. I was very much the whole time. Here's the thing about cocaine for me. I feel like when I took cocaine, I felt like and it's fucked up, but this person described it perfectly. They said they were like you can have a stain on your shirt, but you don't give a fuck. You are the dopest, sexiest, most amazing motherfucker on the planet. I feel like it's very much like a narcissism in a powder because you just start feeling like you are on camera. Like I just remember like when I did it, I just started feeling like I was in a music video. Not good. Not good. Especially when you're not in a fucking music video. You're at a goddamn family Christmas. Like that ain't good. Bitch, I'm sitting in front of that. Bitch, like every time I'm walking in the foyer and I catch myself in the mirror, I'm bitch. It's like involuntary movements. Like you're not even, bitch, you're just dancing. You're just dancing, looking like you're stealing. Mm, yeah. Oh wow. Damn, Kenneth, I didn't know you were in foster care as well. Not the PlayStation music. I'm fucking dead. Nah, the Scope fam really came through. I love y'all. Not Coke just made you want a dookie. I don't know what. Why would she say that? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, bitch. That just took me the fuck out. You are silly as hell. Not heroin. Not cocaine. That is so racist and bizarre. That is so racist and fucking bizarre. Wow. Like, white people be coming up with all types of lore, bitch. Like, that's so, like, bitch. Not y'all synthesize the cocaine plant and shit, and y'all trying to act like y'all different. Like, that's the shit that be having me dead. I just feel like the more you get into plant medicine, bitch, white people been doing a lot and calling whatever the fuck they want to call it, but sweetie, at the end of the motherfucking day, mm, 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 mm. Yeah. I'm not around cocaine white people no more. I don't really fuck with them. I just feel like I can't do it. I'd rather fuck with the, you know what though? Let me not, cause I just feel like, cause like we were talking about, um, ego deaths and shit, and like there's people that be taking mushrooms and their ego is just detached and like they're working from their shadow self. It's a whole thing. Feel free to go on TikTok and look it up. But it's like any kind of mind altering substance does not mean that you're a cool person. Just keep that in mind. Just because someone smoke weed like you don't mean that they're cool. Like please just know that. Like people get fucked up every day off that shit. Like and plus you don't know. Like I want to say this. One time I was with this girl and she in the back had used to been smoking like blunts with cocaine in them. And like she never told me no shit like that. I did not know that. And like here's the thing. I don't care, but like bitch, if that's what you've been doing, cool. But I don't know shit about that. And so we at the bus stop and somebody had a blunt and she over here being thirsty. And I'm not gonna lie, you smell a blunt at the bus stop, you like, what's going on? But she over here like, oh, let us hit your blunt. And I was kind of like, okay, the adventure. So, bitch, I'm crying. So I'm like, oh, I want to hit it. So she hits it and she's like, oh, is this a primo? And he said, yeah. I'm thinking she talking about the Dutch because I don't really smoke blunts. I've never been really a blunt girl. I tried to do blunts for a little bit. It just didn't take. It was too much for me. Now I do little joints or whatever, but I can't do no blunt no more. It's deleted. So I didn't know what the fuck a primo was. Some of y'all may know right now. I'm about to tell the rest of y'all that don't know. But a primo is when someone takes cocaine and they put it in a fucking blunt. So it's kind of like smoking crack, bitch. I had no fucking clue. The bitch was like about to have me smoke crack with her. But here we are, smoking a crack blunt. I had no idea that's what was happening. But I want to say after we had left the situation, she's like, oh, I used to fuck with those all the time. Bitch, I just feel like if you know about a drug that I don't know about, and just ask me, bitch. Just ask me. But bitch, I didn't realize what it was until after I'm hitting it, and she over here talking about, yeah, I love that primo shit. It be hitting so smooth. I'm like, I just thought, bitch, I thought it was a fucking what's the name of it? I thought it was Girl Scout cookie. I just thought it was a very, cause Girl Scout cookie has like a very almost a chemical like again because I've done cocaine before I can tell but it does have a little bit of like a chemical aftertaste like not really but like I can't explain what it is but it has a resiny finish so it's like I thought it was just one of those very twangy weeds. Very much not, very much not. So like I said though, like oh, I just made like chicken broth and then I was gonna put some noodles in it. Yeah, see, I did not know anything about that. Yeah, buds with a lot of terps and trichomes, but also there's some weed like in my opinion that does mimic cocaine. And again, if I had never tried cocaine, I wouldn't be able to tell you that. I'm not saying you should try cocaine. I'm just saying like some weed mimics like mushrooms, some weed mimics high grade opiates. Like not every strain is just like we're laughing and it's so silly. Like some of this shit is really high grade potent medicine. But because we live in a time where, you know, like we just don't live in a like we don't live in a world where like herbology and herbalism is seen as connected to uh medicine in a real way. And so that's why people talking about mullein, right? In circles that are like, you know, smaller, more perhaps academic, but your doctor not gonna tell you to get some mullein tea. Like your doctor might not tell you about alternatives that are natural, and there's many reasons for that. But with that being said, like there's just some things that we just don't have access to, and we'll never have access to because we don't have the herbs, we don't have the medicinal knowledge, and so that's something that really matters to me. Um, yeah, like I feel like not just high grade sativa, but like certain sativas they do have like a maybe a cocaine kind of kick, or maybe even just like a very strong upper. Maybe not even necessarily coke, maybe meth, personally. Headband is wild. My favorite flavor of fa. Um, mm, I'm mad basic, bitch. I be liking the chicken one. I'm not gonna lie. I stay getting the chicken one. I feel like I got the shrimp one time, but I don't know. You can't trust everybody's shrimp, and it's so tragic. Cause I want to trust everybody's shrimp, but everybody don't got the same shrimp. It's so sad. I really want some shrimp pad thai though, bad as hell, like very bad. I would love that. Um, but yeah, I'm about to roll up and hang out with y'all a little bit longer. But yeah, I feel like we're gonna do like one smoke. I feel like I've been really trying to like work on my smoking, work on my. When I say work on my smoking, I just mean like I've been trying to just like get my timing right, cause like I really am trying to like structure my days better. Like I found this thing online that was like teaching you how to like turn your days into like 8 hours of rest, 8 hours of work, 8 hours of sleep, and like how to like get the work and the leisure, like the rest and the leisure, or the rest and the work, like how to like I'm I'm trying, man. I got ADHD bad, but I'm trying to lane. Not the mom needs lice, bitch. That's you got me fucking crying. You got me crying. Honestly, I feel like yes. Have I wished lice on people? Yes. Do I feel shady about it right now? A little bit. Just a little bit, though. Not the whiteness, which I'm dead. I'm crying. But yeah, no. I just feel like this retrograde is very scary. This retrograde is spooky, scary skeleton. Is it not? My friend is sleeping and it's so cute. Switch the laundries. Honestly, I know it's looking like very, very, very scary, but I promise you it's not. Oh no. I found a corner. How exciting. It was it was Cherry Garcia. It is pretty chill. My friend did some drawings. Oh, that's not good. Oh, that's not good. Oh, that's not good at all. Okay. I think they're sleeping. Oh, sad. Um. Uh, I don't feel like I could ever see anybody white side. I feel like that would be strange. With that being said, I feel like the empathy that I extend to anybody black, like, it's with the asterisk that I don't understand anti-blackness. Like, I rely on black folks talking about anti-blackness for me to have an analysis on what the fuck I'm experiencing. Because I'm never experiencing the brunt of anti-blackness, right? So I have to be listening to the most marginalized to gather information around what's happening to me. So, with that being said, I hope folks understand that, like, I don't understand. I don't understand anything. I'm just trying to be a listener and not a gaslighter. So, oh, cool beans. I appreciate you for saying that. Like, I'm hoping the next time I get a massage, it's kinder. That's all I can hope for. You're nice. But yeah, I don't think I can see white people's side. I just feel like I've been around a lot of white people, so I kind of know what they say. So that's what I'm saying. Spooky, scary skeleton. Honestly, I love my grinder because it has a little dip so you can have a little ashtray on top. It's very cute. I'm obsessed with it. Yep. Just gonna roll up real quick. Um, yeah, this is my homie that I do crafts with. They're my craft homie. They're my chef homie. We like to chef together. We make delicious treats together. I just feel like I look so adorable today. I'm loving it. Like I'm loving the little side titty vibe. I'm like, you can just tell my titty's just living its best life. And I just want you to know, this titty's great. Titty's been doing real good. Scary. Yo, this is really unrelated to everything, but my friend has a cabinet down here that has like some alcohol in it. And I was like, is that like a special bottle of Pinnacle whipped vodka? And he's like, no. He's like, this is just extra space for our booze. And I was like, that's so funny because I thought it was like 1979 Pinnacle whipped vodka. Like it's in glass. I thought it was fancy. It was very funny to me. Exactly. It's like it's the titty, it's the summer frock, it's the sweatpants, industrial. I'm gonna have combat boots on. I'm just gonna give like strong femme, G.I. Jane aesthetic. But yeah, no. I'm just trying to like think of all the things that like happened that are important for me to talk about, that I care about. Ooh, this may be unrelated to anything that I should be talking about, but I just wanted to just chime on in real quickly. Um, I don't know Simone Biles. I think she's a beautiful girl. She's a beautiful girl. But the way that light skinned man was acting, babe, oh my God. Like the way he said, I always think the man is the catch. And I'm not trying to look at Simone no type of way because at the end of the day, I feel like I don't know them. I don't know them. But that man, that mixed man, because the way they was calling themselves red bone dimes, it just reminded me of back in the day, dog. Not even back in the day. Like I'm just like, sweetie, like I feel like the unfortunate part about that interview is like there's conversations happening online about mixed lighter skinned women and how we be behaving, but when lighter skinned men who are mixed act weird as fuck, there's not a lot of conversation about it, and it's so weird. Not really, because misogyny is misogyny, but it's just like damn, like. But I think that the real thing is darker skinned men a lot of times are not necessarily seeing lighter skinned men as their competition in a particular way. Like I'm not saying never, but I just feel like there's less of that in terms of like male spaces because we live in a patriarchy. So a lighter skinned man and a darker skinned man do not have the historical context to have the kind of conversations that are happening online. And when I say that, I'm hoping folks get the nuance that like there are darker skinned women who are being outspoken, and there are some lighter skinned people betraying our light skin privilege, and conversations around colorism are being had way more frequently amongst femmes. Whereas when men say things like this man said red bone dime. So that's what I'm saying. Like this, like when mixed men are invoking their mixedness and are being really like disgusting, and also like trying to platform themselves as more desirable. Like I feel like there's just something there that is just very bizarre that I probably can't see right, but it's very bizarre. Diddy, Tyler Perry, and Black Hollywood. I really hope that all the victims get their money. But I'm not gonna lie, there's parts of me that has so many questions, babe. I have so many fucking questions. I have so many fucking questions, bitch. I wish I could talk to somebody about it. But I have so many questions. Like so many. Thank you. Not TDJ. You're funny as hell. Yo. I was gonna ask somebody who would know more than me. When you do the strawberries for strawberry shortcake, do you gotta do it like the day before? Or can you do it a few hours before? Cause it's not feeling like them strawberries are about the shortcake. They still they still chilling. They're still strawberry. I just really never heard a man call himself a red bone dime. I'm sorry, like that's gonna live rent free in my head forever. It was just so fascinating. I'm creating a syrup, but I didn't have sugar. I just had powdered sugar. So I did powdered sugar and strawberries. Listen, I don't follow TD Jakes, but I was in a comment section where people were saying that in like 2018 they felt like the message stopped being about God and that he had shifted. No, but I don't know that man. I don't know nothing of that man. I don't know nothing. But fuck abusers. I hope all victims get their money, get their validation, vindication. That's what I hope for. I just feel like in this world, a lot of us are victims. So I think it's really hard to not stand with victims in any sense. Oh shit. Oh shit. I didn't know you had to cook it. I thought you could just put it in the fridge. Wow. Okay. Thank you. I wish I could give y'all a slice. Cause I'm using pound cake and extra creamy whipped cream, bitch. Red Bone Dimes. I was like, bitch, is it spelled with a Z? Is it your birth year? The numbers after it? It sounded like a screen name, bitch. I'm just kind of like, thank you. I put a little bit of vanilla in it too. I hope it come out good, bitch. I love strawberry shortcake. It's just such a like broke, fabulous fucking dessert. No, bitch, cool beans. I'm crying. I'm crying. You're funny as hell. That's Meryl Streep, and again. Like it's giving Blasian Mommy 22. Like I never heard a man say he was Redbone. But I feel like that's why talking about being a mixed person, a whole mixed person matters, at least to me. Because when people start using words like red bone, when people start using words like yellow bone, like that's colorism. Like that's just period what it is. And people don't want to talk about that. Like I don't say people, but us Mexican people don't want to talk about that. Because again, the one drop rule has ingratiated us seemingly, and I use that with a asterisk. All of those words are just a word to acknowledge that this person is mixed, not black. And so it's fascinating to me, just like, just thinking about so much music and so many things that we've heard over the years from certain celebrities who are telling us directly that they are mixed. And unfortunately, the gaslighting of the one drop rule has harmed people, specifically deep dark skinned people who cannot shift out of the identity black. There's no like there's not a multitude of different like words to call black people. Like that's why there's all these other words for mixed people within the concept or the context of black diaspora. And that's what I'm saying. When people call themselves red bone, they're talking about being mixed. When they're saying yellow bone, they're talking about being mixed. They are. Like that's the whole point of it. The first time I ever heard yellow bone was Beyonce. More specifically, the song Creole by Destiny's Child. I'm taking it back. But that's the thing though, like men who are lighter skinned know that they're lighter skinned. Like people that are light skinned know that we know that we're mixed. We may not be aware of privilege. That's at this point though, it's like men think it's a woman's issue, and I also want to throw in this combo is that men who feel like colorism is an issue that women have, which again put all of the burden on dark skinned women and none of it on people who are actually the ones causing the harm and who are the perpetuators of oppression and are the receivers of benefit. Let me get that yellow light again. Let me get that motion sensor. Let me get that motion sensor. Yes. Listen, they got a good light out here. Cause some of these lights, bitch, I be looking real ashy, bitch. I be looking ashen. This light give me a little. Cause bitch, it's winter, bitch. I'm out here looking fucking. I'm not trying to be shady to myself. I'm just saying, like, bitch, you know what it gives. You know what happens in the motherfucking winters to us light skinned people. Let's not play games. Let's not play. Start turning silver and shit. Start looking like that Jiffy, bitch. Start looking like Jiffy out the pack, bitch. No egg. Here's my thing. Doja dating white men. Again, I feel like I said this in my video, and I feel like there were moments where I feel like I was coming across as an asshole, and I want to offer, like, if somebody fucks with white people, you do not have to fuck with them, but I understand like people being like disappointed. Like, I don't want to take away that reality. Bitch, we are ash. Like, that's the gag of it all. Like, when folks be trying to put on lotion, it's to avoid this. Can we talk about it? Like, babes, out here. I'm shook. I'm this close to getting some bronzer, bitch. Let me stop. Let me fucking stop. But bitch, a tinted let like Jesus be a tinted moisturizer. My God. Bitch, I can't even get no bronzer because the rest of me just as motherfucking bitch. I can't. I would have to do a full body dip, and that's not even realistic, bitch. Do you hear me? Do you hear what we go through, bitch? Do you want to hear my struggles? Let me stop, bitch. I'm joking. It's a joke. It's a joke. I promise. Um. Oh, y'all are so sweet. You know what, Kyle? I appreciate you for chiming in for sure. I feel like I would appreciate a darker skinned person weighing in on colorism, but I also feel like the people in the middle who have privilege but also are not seemingly the ones that have the, not even seemingly, like, if you're not the most oppressed, then I'm sure you can see things in a more, I don't want to say nuanced way, but for someone who is like the most oppressed, I'm sure like the conversation is so much more beyond like access to power and wealth. Not fake tanning, bitch. I'm crying. I mean, it's all valid personally to me. I think like if you have access um to to get some sunshine right now, I hope you take it. I don't. I'm living in Forks, Washington, bitch. I'm really not, but it's giving that. I'm definitely giving, like, I need to stay in my little slicker. Okay, bio oil. Ooh, Pinnacle Whip vodka. You said doesn't Redbone have a very specific meaning from Africa? I'm not sure. I'm genuinely unsure. But at the same time, like, I feel like even so, like, I think the context in America is the one that like is what matters the most to us in this moment. And so I do think that like when people are noting that they're like yellow or red, like that's them noting that they are a mixed person. No, I'm totally hearing you, Kyle. I'm just trying to say, like, if there is a darker skin, like, masculine or center person who wants to speak, like, please feel free. You don't have to be just a cis man. I'm just trying to offer that, like, like, there are people in the middle and, like, they can see, I don't want to say both sides, but they, like, I think, like, when you're, like, in the middle of anything, there's this way that, like, I think we can talk where, like, we're not holding anything. We're kind of just holding our own perspective. I hope that's making sense. Like, I'll never know. Like, I have to always listen to what deep dark skin people say. Always. Like, there's no time where I can just be out here like, oh, I just be knowing shit. That's not the case. And so I just personally feel like if you're not the most marginalized, you should probably just start listening to the most marginalized. Like, that's how I feel about it. I feel like you'll never go wrong listening to the most marginalized, personally. Ooh, Nima. Let me find out you be on Timu. But yeah, no, I'm definitely trying to take like pampering myself and caring for myself like very seriously because you can really lose your life out here not taking care of yourself. And it's like actually getting like real critical for me, bitch. Like, I gotta stay moisturized. I cannot play with it. It be real dry out here, bitch. Like, dry to the point where, bitches, your shit could crack. And I've never been so dry that I've almost cracked before living here. And so it's honestly terrifying. Like, I feel like, but I appreciate you for saying what you're saying for sure. Um, like I don't know. Like, I feel like when I talk to white people, I be trying to uplift shit to them that they would not be able to get unless they were in proximity to me. But I try not to like be doing too much in terms of like trying to like talk for the most marginalized. I'm just like, oh, here's this person that I listen to, because I don't want to be like trying to act like I got the recipe. I don't. I got a recipe card just like you. So let's let me know where it came from. But yeah, no. Um, I'm just really grateful for folks hanging out, spending some time. 2023, what a whirlwind, bitch. My God. I don't remember what I was doing on the first of the year. I blocked that shit out. I don't got no idea. Shit, I think I had just got up over here. Yeah, I'm definitely trying to hold something together. Bitch, why I got my period like the day after my birthday? Diabolical. Honestly, I hope that all of the manifestations me and other people have been talking about and building together, like they become stronger and more actualized. Like, that's really what I hope for. Like, I'm really hoping for just community, support, more friendship, um, trying new things. I'm looking for a lot. And I feel like in 2023, bitch, I was thinking small, bitch. You gotta think big, bitch. And I was thinking small as fuck. And that's just because I was fucking scared. But I'm less scared now, more like anxious. And so that can be good, but it can also be like disastrous. So I'm trying to just remind myself, like, I don't have to do everything right now. I can take a deep breath. I can ask my friends. I can talk to someone else about it. Just reminding myself to slow the fuck down because, I just left the house where they were telling me, like, you need to work harder. You need to be more everything that you're not. And it was like, oh no. And I just knew I couldn't survive there. And now I'm in a place where people are recovering from that shit too. Like, their family hasn't treated them like they were worthy of much either. And they're also still trying to set boundaries with themselves and with people that they love and care about. And so it's exciting to be in this space. because I know that I'm around people that see all of me. Like they don't just see me as like the good parts. They see the parts like working, some that aren't, and they still accept me and they still love me and they still know that I have worth, even if I'm not perfect. And so that's the most important thing to me in this moment is that I'm around people that love me. Like I'm going into the new year being loved, not tolerated. And so, ooh, Red Jezebel, thank you for the tip. I don't know. I feel like this year was definitely like full of like plot twists. Like every time you turn around, like it was something else, wasn't it? This year really reminded me that a lot of this shit is noise. Not all of it, but a lot of shit is noise. Like, and we gotta go towards the music, gotta go towards the people that are talking to us, our spirit, our soul. Like, some of this shit is really just not, we not supposed to be able to understand it. It's not understandable. So just know if shit not making sense, bitch, it probably don't make no fucking sense. Like, trust yourself. Trust yourself. Cause some shit really don't add up. And motherfuckers be gaslighting. And it's on you to take that time out to figure out what the fuck's going on and being said. I'm sad. I'm glad everybody is thinking about manifesting what they want though. Like that's the thing about manifesting, bitch. And you know what? Maybe that's why the Seven of Pentacles been sitting up and looking at my ass. Cause it's like sometimes, you know, we be so worried about what shit gonna be. I wanna be focused on having joy throughout the fucking process. And that's why I think a lot of shit not gonna work out. We gotta have joy throughout the process. And sometimes there's not gonna be joy, right? There's gonna be some bullshit. It's gonna be maybe maybe we have to just hold something that we're uncomfortable with at first. I don't know. I just feel like this year has been a practice of love in a way that I've never experienced before because I don't feel like I've ever loved myself this much and I feel like it's scary cuz sometimes you be like, "Damn, I'm worthy of so much, but why am I not doing that for myself?" And then, you know, you talk to your mom and then you realize like she didn't hold that for herself and like she never showed you that. And so some shit that you really want, you actually have to like ask for people that may not be your family. So just sending strength to be vulnerable to all of y'all. Because some people have information and have a space for you, and you might not feel worthy to ask for it, but it's yours if you want it. Some people may have something to really offer you, and you're just too afraid to say, I need this. So I hope that people who are feeling like they got a need, but they scared to say it, I hope y'all do. I hope y'all do. Like that is like really my wish for this year is like being able to say, actually, I want this. And I want to feel so like sure. But that's not typically me at all. Like I'm very much like, did I really want that? Did I really care? Like always second guessing. Exactly. Not Tyler Perry, the original. Oh my God, Meryl Streep. Meryl Streep, listen. All I hear is you setting boundaries around capacity. All I hear is you naming what you will and will not stand for in your motherfucking life because it's what? it's yours. I hear you, babe. It's a beautiful thing. I'm grateful I get to witness this season of your life. It sounds vitalic. But yeah, who fucking knows like how this year about to go, bitch? Nobody knew 2023 was gonna be like this, did we? I didn't know it was gonna be like this at all. But I'm happy it played out like this. I know that probably sounds crazy as hell, but I really am, bitch, because I'm happy as fuck right now. Like, I'm happy I said everything I said, did everything I did, because I'm here. And I'm only here because I stayed true to my heart, bitch. I did shit with my heart, bitch. And the right people saw me. And that's why it just makes sense to just, like, not be shady like the people that hurt you, bitch. Don't be like them, for real. Because the right people are going to watch you. And they're going to see what the fuck you're up to. And make sure your fucking actions is matching, for real. Because it's weird out here. Very weird. Yes. Yes. Y'all are so loving in the comments. The comment section be making me so happy. Oh my gosh. Y'all are just so precious. I really hope that y'all all like just treat yourself as precious as you know you fucking are. And if you don't feel precious, bitch, please get into a mirror immediately and look at what we're talking about here. Look at who we're talking about. Please take a moment. Cause that's defamation of character. That bitch is gonna see you in court. Okay. Listen, the manifestation channels, I don't know too much about them. If there's folks that want to share their faves in the comments, please go on ahead. Um, I'm very underdeveloped in chant work and shit like that, so who knows? It may help. But I am very ignorant to the manifestation channels, honestly. I would not know where to start. Shit, thank y'all for being with me. Thank y'all for being together with me, bitch. Listen, I'm just a bitch with the camera. Y'all making the party, the fuck? I just brought the rotel. I brought some chips, bitch. Yes, Meryl. Meryl. You ain't never lied. She's an icon. She's the moment. Absolutely. That's it. Like, baby, I brought beanies and weenies. Listen, y'all just happened to show up. Okay? And I brought croissants, bitch. Like, I don't know what they doing. Some of these croissants, you gotta go out your way and get croissants these days, bitch. Cause they selling phyllo dough and shit. Not the Indian lady, bitch. You got me crying. But fuck going fast. Like, honestly, like, there's just so much more that we need to be doing. And honestly, I'm excited about going to this bonfire because honestly, the person that I got beef with, like, again, it's not real beef. I just feel like if somebody tell you they're homeless, like, don't ask me to share nothing right now. You should be asking me how you could share something for me. And I just feel like if you're not in that kind of headspace, that's fine. But I feel like take me off the mass text. Cause it's feeling kind of fucking inhumane to me. Cause it's like I'm getting a text from you, but it's not from you. It's a mass text to uplift something that you're doing, an endeavor for you, which I would not mind sharing at all. But the last time we spoke, you did not really like you didn't really hear me when I asked you to reach out to community on my behalf. And it was just kind of like, it's not down to her, but it's like, Sweets, you are an organizer. If you don't want to do it, just say no. And I just feel like, I don't know. I'm hurt, but I'm not like, oh, fuck you. But I'm awkward enough to like not want to go to the event slightly because I'm just like, I don't want to get dragged. But at the same time, it's like, bitch, drag me. Like, if you feel like I said too much, that's fine. But I don't feel like there's anything wrong with that. I feel like if you want to use my platform to promote yourself, make sure the bitch ain't gonna die. Make sure the bitch who what? I just feel like that's weird to me. It's like, bitch, if I see you drowning, I'm not gonna ask you to put up a poster for my show. Like, baby, that don't even make no sense. So that's why I'm just like, if I see somebody going through something bad, I'm not gonna be like, hey, can you uplift this for me? I'm not saying that everybody is perfect, but I don't think that it makes sense. And so I feel like personally, after re-saying it, I'm like, yeah, I don't think that I'm in the wrong, but I also feel like I don't want to be. I just feel like I've had conversations with people in the past that were just not cute. And so I don't know if I'm like a bitch yet out here. Like I don't know what the beat is. I'm gonna find out though at this party, I think. But we'll see. Like I don't feel like I've been a bitch. I feel like I've been super direct, but that could be read as bitch. That could easily be read as bitch. So we're gonna try to figure it out. But I'm not trying to be running. Like I fuck with a lot of the people. Like we was swimming all summer, and now we gonna have beef during the winter. That seems crazy to me. But if it is that, it is that. It's not like I have no other community, but I don't want to not be around the queers that be partying and shit. But at the same time, it's like if we gonna be partying, I'm gonna be bringing it up again that I need support, and I'm not gonna be like, oh, I asked you for. I'm not even trying to go backwards. I don't want to embarrass her. I don't want to be making no. That's not the point of all this. I just want to be like, yo, I just need support. That's it. Nima, some people, I hate to say this, but I remember asking people, like, yo, if we fighting, when do we stop? And a lot of people have very different answers. And that's when I realized, like, I can't be out here fighting with people for real. Because somebody said, oh, till we die. Somebody said, till we bleeding. Somebody said, till somebody very, very, very hurt and can't fight back. Somebody said, till we just stop. And I'm like, oh, so nobody knows when the fight's over? So just hearing that, just doing that little poll, I started to realize that, like, nobody knows how long a fight's supposed to be. Nobody knows how long we're supposed to have conflict for. And so because there's so many variables, I'm just trying to keep it real cute, but also direct. So, like, if I see you getting agitated, I'm gonna back up. But do I expect to beat somebody up? No. But at the same time, some people will beat you up. So you have to also hold that in your spirit too. Like somebody may decide that your direct conversation means that they gotta beat you up. Unfortunate. But people do be getting beat up. It still happens. You're not there in the comic book, bitch. You're mine. You're toast. Your ass is grass. I'm gonna stomp you out. Who knows? I appreciate all of the likes. I feel like there is some sort of like button. I think you might just have to tap the screen. I could be wrong, but yeah, I have no fucking clue to be honest with you. Wish I had any information, genuinely. But thank you for fucking with me. Thank you for being kind. I appreciate. You know what? The last time I went to the bonfire, I did have a good ass time because you know what? Lesser known fact about me, a bitch loves a bonfire. Like I do be gaily dancing around the fire. That is known to be. I'm known to be there. And so yeah, I do want to go to the bonfire simply because, bitch, I love s'mores. Big s'mores fan. Honestly, if you have a fire going and there's marshmallows or chocolate or graham crackers, honestly, just the marshmallows will do. But if you have all this shit for s'mores, I'm making them. And I'm not gonna stop making them until we run out of stuff. And I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna carry on. I'm eating as many s'mores as I can, bitch. This don't happen every day. What the fuck? Hell yeah. Bitch, I didn't grow up having s'mores and shit, going to campfires and shit. The fuck, I'm doing that shit I'm doing as much of that as I can. Very deprived in life. I was not allowed to bonfire as much as I needed to. I need a fire out here, bitch. Honestly, bitch, I'm doing a bonfire. I'm sorry, I got so excited. I just remembered I'm doing a bonfire on Saturday with my friend. We about to burn this man hat. It's not symbolic. It's not. But I just feel like I'm not gonna hang out with him. I'm not gonna apply for the job. Cause I just feel like I don't wanna hang out with him no more. Some people will fight till they die. I don't know why. Some people will. I mean, I'll eat a hot dog. It depends on what kind of hot dog it is, because some of these hot dogs are nasty as hell. I've not had a good hot dog in a minute, but I used to. My ex used to know how to pick out a good hot dog, bitch. That was one of the things I miss about this motherfucker. I swear, we'll always find the best fucking hot dogs. I have no idea what to do, bitch. I never looked into that. I never got good at picking out hot dogs, bitch. But his ass, my God. I mean, some people really don't have anything to die about, so they will die about anything. Um, some of the hot dogs have like artificial casing. Not to be dramatic, but some of these hot dogs they're made with like plastic and shit. It's like really gross and terrible. That's why some of these hot dogs are real good to burn the skin off, because it's actually fucking artificial. So I'm sorry to tell you this hot dog lore, bitch. Not saying that I don't know how to read the packaging, but again, he will be finding the hot dogs that have like hickory smoke and shit, organic and shit. I would never even be looking for that. I don't get hot dogs. I'm not a hot dog bitch. So, you know, I just appreciated his picks. He had some good picks. Hot dogs are actually pork chops. The good ones. Hot dogs are just pork chops that were not cut perfectly. Yes, a burnt hot dog is honestly delicious. It's such a treat. Like, y'all just reminding me on Saturday, like, no matter what, me and my friends, we're gonna have a bonfire, even if I don't go to that bonfire. And honestly, I don't know if my friend would want to go to this bonfire, because they're not gonna know anybody. I don't think that they went to the beach with me one time this summer, which is so weird. I'm sad about that. I know this summer is gonna get so fucking good. Like, I'm actually really excited to be alive. Like, honestly, I was not excited to be alive for a couple weeks, you guys. Like, I was just kind of like, And then also, like, I don't know how much of this is, like, I can even talk about, because, like, I'm not diagnosed. But, like, maladaptive daydreaming has been happening to me so bad. Like, I keep on having, like, moments where, like, I feel like I'm in, like, a show or I'm in a movie or something. And, like, I know it's real life, but it's just like something weird. And like I heard that it's like an affective like ADHD. Like your brain is like going so fast that like sometimes you're getting like memories confused with real life. It's really fucked up. And not even memories. Like fucking like if you watched a show that was really good or like a movie or something, like your brain will like I don't know. It's weird. I don't want to talk about it too much because I don't have all the information and I don't want to be spreading misinfo. But like I'll just be having like these moments where I'm just feeling like I can't even explain it. Like I cannot even explain it. It's very hard to explain. I'm sorry for even attempting. But just this feeling of deja vu perhaps. Yeah. I mean, honestly, yeah, Maddie, dreams too. Like, yeah, like sometimes things that were in dreams are like, it feels like I'm remembering them, but I'm awake, but I'm also like doing shit, but it's feeling like it's happening. I don't know what that's called, but it feels very disorienting. And like people that were around me on my birthday, my friends, I don't even want to say this because it sounds like, I hate to say this because like it sounds kind of demonic, honestly. But my friend said that like I was sitting there and I just said opening the gates and then I just started crying and then I threw up. And I'm like, bitch, that sounds like the first step of a demonic possession. And I'm slightly shook. Like, I'm like, what does that mean? And this is like after I talked to my mom. I didn't even know I threw up. I didn't know anything. So that was fucking awkward. It's just, I don't know. I just, I don't know what to make of that. Like, I don't know what happened there. Like, my friends telling me that happened, like, kind of threw me because I'm like, what the fuck does that even mean? Yeah, maybe a week. I agree, Nima. I also feel like I've been looking into like endometriosis and shit because I feel like I don't know, man. I feel like I really want to talk about periods so bad because I feel like for me, like it's an event. Like I am tired. I need to be removed from society. I need to lay it down, and I need like fucking a lot of time to like be left to do my own thing. Word, I appreciate you for saying that, but I'm not trying to scare anybody, but I genuinely feel like shook for myself, honestly, because it does not feel like a thing that happens outside of a horror film, honestly. Like, I was like, friends, I am perhaps like going through something really mentally like distressing, but yeah, I don't know. I'm just like terrified, honestly, slightly, because like I don't know, like I feel like mental health like is such a wild web, isn't it? Because it's like I've been reading about how like the more you heal, the more your trauma will show because you feel safe, and I'm like, oh shit, not I've been healing to get worse. Like I'm sick. Like this whole time, bitch, I've been healing to fit better in the fucking system that is killing me. And turns out I can't do that. I'm sorry, but that shit is crazy as hell. And I know that that's ableist, but this shit is fucking wonky. Exactly. I'm sick. Surprise, bitch. Isn't that wild? Yeah, I'm sick. But I'm grateful. I'm grateful to be in the space I'm in because I'm around people that are doing that same work, realizing things, you feel me? Understanding, practicing love, bitch. Please start today. Practice love with yourself, bitch. You deserve it. If everybody deserves it, oh, you too. Nima, that is so real. That is so real. Oh my God, revealing ourselves to ourselves. Ooh. And maybe that's it too. It's like some of the feelings I'm feeling, maybe it's like I'm cracking a bit because I'm like the mask that I wear does no longer fits, you know? Like I think that that's also part of unmasking is realizing that you can't put it back on. You can't go backwards. There's no going back. It's like, you know, when you're playing a game and you can like move back and forth, but then as you move forward, you can't go back anymore. It's very much that. I mean, I also feel like just like as someone with ADHD, like I feel like I go between like being super productive and chilling. That's why I liked like jobs like baristaing and like working at the pizza shop, because it's like you got to do a bunch of work and then you're chilling, and then you got to do a bunch of work and then you're chilling, and I need that in my day. Like I cannot be continuously fucking working. I ain't that kind of person. Some people pride themselves on that. I do not. I can't work for 8 straight hours. It's just not realistic for me. And I feel like the more people unmask, the more people go to therapy, they're gonna realize that too. And that's part of building community is understanding that some of us don't got it for 8 straight hours, bitch, or even 6. It's not real. No takesies, backsies, sleeve. You're funny as hell. Sleeves. That is a tongue twister, is it not? Ooh, funeral. Band of horses, bitch. I just love that song. If you like to listen to songs where white people are yelling, that's a good song. It's called Funeral by Band of Horses. I recommend it. But it's not too much yelling. You could listen to it in the car at a Dairy Queen. You could. It's not Hot Topics. I'm sorry, bitch. I just had to put it out there, though. It's not Turn Around and Die. It's not that. It's emotional, though. Where, nah, the call center life, I mean, talking to motherfuckers and having to tell them the same shit, and then people just be hanging up on you. That's a lot. I appreciate you for sharing that with us, friend. Cause like, damn, the call center people, like, we don't even really know what y'all be going through, and y'all just be trying to do y'all job and get y'all minutes, you know, get y'all spiel in. Y'all been practicing it and shit. You know what's funny? I think it's really interesting. I just really hope she's okay. I was gonna talk about how she used to be on the radio. My mom used to like her, and like my mom used to like really love it. And I just feel like, I mean this with all the shade. I just feel like Wendy got rich off of talking bad about some people, and I just feel like it sucks that like what she going through. But I'm just like, Wendy. I don't want to say karma because I feel like karma not even what we be thinking over here. But genuinely, she dragged Whitney a lot, and I feel like it was just unnecessary. And then also, I feel like she was very homophobic. And like, here's my thing: I feel like people think it's so funny to laugh at gay folk, and it's so bizarre. But I also feel like I just. Oh my God, Rose, I'm sorry you're going through that. Like having to ask for help, but like knowing that if you do, you're gonna get in trouble. Like that shit sucks. I'm genuinely sorry to hear that. If anybody else got like an online job or something like that they could reach out to Rose with, cause that would be cute, honestly. I wish I had more to offer. I genuinely don't, but there's got to be somebody here working fucking remote. Like throw sis something. Cause honestly, like it's getting crazy. It's getting wild out here. It's getting wilder and wilder. Like people that don't even have jobs is telling me to go to McDonald's. Like that was like I just feel like we in a very different time, bitch. To be alive. It's not normal times no more. I don't think it ever was normal times. But it's very weird these times. Very weird. Exactly. Oh, you're fine, Flowers. Here's my thing. I feel like Wendy was homophobic because I feel like she was very invested in like outing queer men. And it's like, here's my thing. Yes, Diddy is evil, but I also feel like, you know, unfortunately, we don't live in a world where queer men get to like just exist. And like, because we don't live in a world where queer men can just exist, we, we laugh at them. Like, that's the saddest part to me. It's like, we think it's funny when we find out a man is queer, especially a man of color. And it's so awkward because I feel like as a queer femme person, I think about how, I'm still trying to live my full gay truth. But at the same time, um, but at the same time, like, I couldn't imagine. You know what? Then again, I feel like people do try to make it seem like queer people are. I don't know. It's different for femmes. So, bitch, look what I found now. I pray it's gonna be good. Pray for me, bitch. I've been craving a beef patty so bad. So bad. Absolutely. Absolutely. Totally hear you on that. Damn, bitch. I gotta make room for a big thing of motherfucking stock. And there's a part of me that's like, maybe I should cook it down. But the pot already been off, so I gotta put it somewhere. Damn. You know what? I'm about to make some noodles with it. You know, the way my friend fell asleep on the couch, I'm crying. They're so adorable. I love them. You know what? I'm glad that you know Wendy got to do her thing. Glad that she got her time. Very glad. Very happy to see that. Like I never want to like disparage her. I just feel like there were some moments. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. But I feel like that's the other thing. It's like it's not like it's not like we live in a world where black women get to like exist in their full selves. I feel like even looking at Wendy, like when we were finding out about her husband and his like partner and their baby, like that was very much bizarre. And I just remember like feeling like, damn, like imagine like you know, you're a host of, like you're talking about the news and you're the news and like your life is blowing up. And just like how you create headlines for people or talk about people, it's happening. It just felt Black Mirror. It felt Black Mirror. Did it not? Does anyone else feel that? I just watched the Miley Cyrus one again, so I'm like, Black Mirror. That one was really good. The Miley Cyrus one was good as fuck. If you don't watch no Black Mirror, if you've never seen it, watch the Miley Cyrus Black Mirror episode and then ask me for a list of the good ones because like some of them are whack, but some of them are really good. Like San Junipero, amazing. That's I feel like after that, after the Miley, go with that one because I feel like if the Miley one don't get you, San Junipero gonna get you. Because the Miley one, in my opinion, that Nine Inch Nails song is trash. Like, but you know what though? I'm a pop bitch. So the way that I was like, okay, Miley. That song was good. It was a bop. It was a plot twist. It was a plot twist. White Bear, I didn't really like White Bear, personally. Um, that was just me though. Nosedive, Nosedive, I really enjoyed. Um, Ooh, Nima, literally, we right here. I mean, I feel like that's what's already happening. I feel like we're already there. I feel like we're already there. I feel like the thing is, because I feel like social media has different consequences for different people. Like for someone who's famous, like if somebody sees your likes as a famous person and they're like, oh, we're seeing this behavior, this correlation, that could mean something. But like if you're a regular person and somebody posts something about you and your family sees it, I feel like it's a much different thing. Not to say like famous people don't got family, but famous people are talked about as part of their job. For regular people, having random people talk about you is honestly kind of bizarre, but also having random people be mean to you is fucking bizarre. And so I feel like there's a Black Mirror about that one too, like about like online bullying. I can't remember which one it is, but it's like having access to people online, like it's a touchy thing because it's like, yes, we're connected, but we're really not. And I really feel like it always depends on like so many things on like whether or not you'll be able to like connect with the creator or the original poster. And it's very bizarre. Like the internet is a very bizarre place. But I feel like it's also very bizarre for people who come from like Caribbean diasporic households, because Facebook is where that's the town square. What's up, Akasha? Yeah, we all don't know what people are going through or what people's day-to-day lives are. But at the same time, I feel like I feel like people do notice patterns, and I feel like there's a nuanced combo where it's like, yeah, we don't know people, right? But if I see you liking a bunch of shit from the MAGAs, I kind of know something, right? If I see you doing the, it's one of those things where it's like, sure, not all behavior can correlate with this or that outcome, but sometimes it do be aligning, and so I understand why some people are like, oh, I see this, okay, bye, or oh, this, that means this, okay. I can understand people feeling that way, even if I know it don't always be that way, but a lot of times people do be feeling like it do be that way, and a lot of times it do. So like that's why I was saying in my birthday vlog, like I was like, oh, I was like, if somebody's like, oh, you're dating a white person, I don't fuck with you, which honestly, like lowest of keys, this is like so random, but I'm gonna take this moment because honestly I've been thinking about it. And like I'm really dramatic right now because I mean, when am I not dramatic? Let me not gaslight y'all. Anyways, so with that being said, when I was talking, mm, what the fuck was I just talking about? Oh, mm, thank you. Okay, I was talking about how like I've dated a lot of white people, and if like people are like, oh, you've dated white people, I don't fuck with you. I'm like, okay, that's fine, because I feel like on one hand, it's like, you know, I understand. Like, I'm not gonna gaslight you. Again, again, I understand. I'm not gonna be sitting up here trying to plead my case. If you see somebody dating a lot of white people and you're like, it's valid. It's valid. Cause again, I feel like you don't gotta fuck with everybody. Everybody behavior is not adding up for you. That's okay. With that being said, I'm saying this because I thought about it like in my birthday vlog, like when I was talking about uh like like there's an assumption I think at times, like that, and I don't want to say assumption, like I don't know how to say it. I wish I had a better way of saying the sentence, but I do feel like I don't want to make it seem like black men do not be hitting on me or trying to date me. I don't want to say that. But I do want to say that if I'm really genuine with myself, I feel like there are a lot of times where, you know, I just don't feel like being taken very seriously. And so I feel like when that's happening, I'm kind of like, I'm not liking that. And so again, I feel like the desire to take people seriously is not necessarily unfounded in men of color. I feel like there are men of color taking people seriously. I'm sure they are. I'm sure. I'm sure. I've seen it. I've seen people being taken seriously. I just feel like for me, unfortunately, not usually taken very seriously. However, however, I don't want to say, I don't want to be dramatic and say that this was like the love of my life, but I want to say that like over the years, I have thought about this person and I've like been regretful of like how our relationship did not become. And if I'm super honest with myself, I thought to myself about this man, he just wants to be my friend. Again, I want to say that at that point in my life, I was under the idea that like if a man wanted to be with me, he was going to like spend hella money on me, show me a good time, ball out, like act a fool. And this man was very reserved. I don't know why, but somehow we started like paying for dinner for each other like every other. It was like very much like we're very much Dutch. And at that time in my life, I was like, I'm not a Dutch girl. So in my mind, even though he sent like probably the most amazing, like I will never forget the first message he sent me on a dating site because it was the most like bizarrely like I'm so into you message. And again, I'm not saying this is the love of my life, but I will say I have never forgotten that message because it was so dramatic. He was like, I don't usually go on dating sites, but I saw an ad for this dating site and I saw your picture and I had to make an account because I wanted to talk to you. And like, we started talking, fabulous friends, having great times, having great chats, laughing so much. Unfortunately, at that time, I was best friends with this girlie. I don't know what the fuck that was. I don't even want to say best friends. I was close with this girl. And I don't know if anybody's gonna remember this, but the one time this white girl took me home from college to go to her family's house for Christmas, and it was one of the most racist houses I've ever been in. And you might be thinking to yourself, the people was racist? Worse. The decor was racist. I'm sorry. It's not worse. It was both also. I'm sorry. It was everything was racist actually. Anyways. Will you be feeling fetishized and othered by white men? Ooh, please feel free to share more. Because I feel like for me, I feel like white men are just like, oh, there's nerds with like titties. Like that's really the whites that I be finding. They're like, oh, you're a sexy nerd. I am. I feel like that's my thing. Like they're like, oh, this bitch be playing video games and got titties. Listen to good music. I feel like that's what it always does. Here's the thing. They have like just racist pictures on the wall, and I'll never forget like the guy that I'm talking about in this whole thing. Like I was texting him the whole time, and he was like, "Bitch, you're in danger." Like, and like you know what? In retrospect, I don't think it was very funny to him. In retrospect, I think he was laughing because he was like, "Yikes." But this is, in the moment, I'm like, wow, racism, that's so crazy. Like, I just, again, being like just around white people to a certain degree, like you will not know you're in danger, and it takes time to realize you're in danger. Even if someone's telling you you're in danger, you're like, am I though? Yes, but you don't really believe it, or you don't want to believe it. I don't know. But anyways, getting back into it. Oh, sorry. Aw. Not black people coordinations. I'm crying. I mean, all white people are racist though. What the fuck? Not Miss Tori. I'm so sorry that you ever would ask some shit like that. No, you're my first sister. Did they say sister? Did they say sister with a S I? Gross. Mmm. Meryl Streep. The fact that you remember the Jamaican wig with the tam. I'm sad. I'm so sad that this racist story has like traveled this long in our minds. It is such a tragedy. Like we are really suffering, and like white people don't even realize. Like we're remembering racist shit for decades. Ugh. Yuck. But yeah, fuck you, Victoria. You're weird as hell. Oh no. Not sister. I'm crying. If a white man ever said sister to me, I would, yeah. I don't know, man. I'd be so scared to talk to white people these days because it's like if they say something goofy, I'm gonna just be like, bloop. I'm just like, and just dip. Honestly, I feel like I need to start asking for Uber money up front. I need to start asking for the round trip on the Uber because I want to be able to sashay away. They did want me to try on the hat with the wig. They did. It was awkward as fuck. There were just a lot of weird moments. A lot of weird moments. I also think like Los Keys, like, uh, I don't want to say it because it's like a gay. It's like a you know how like as like you know how like when you're a queer person, you start thinking of like gay moments like when you were younger and you're like, oh yeah, that was gay as hell. So it's fine. Not King. A white man called you King, Anthony? I'm so sorry. Like, white people be so cringy, bitch. Oh my god. Your first little boyfriend in middle school. No. Oh no. I'm so sorry that that happened. What the fuck? Oh my god. Not your first boyfriend, like, ugh. And see, like, that was what my mom always said. My mom was like, I don't know how you date them white people because if they call me, you know, she was like, I'll kill them. And I'm like, you look Caucasian. Like, not to be insensitive, but like, you look white. Like, I don't think that would ever happen to you. But then again, you know, white people will be calling all types of people all types of things. Like, I remember there's this mixed person I know who went to this event. Actually, this is different. Yeah, it was, I was gonna fuck up. Like, it was not the same thing. Cause, like, actually, I feel like I don't know if it's worth it to tell, but basically there's this person I used to be closer with on the internet. I'm not gonna say their name because honestly it don't really matter. I just feel like this is just like another moment that like colorism was unfolding and I like didn't understand all the way. Or not didn't understand. I just was kinda like, yikes. You know what I mean? Like it's like me and another light skinned person are having a moment and the other light skinned person is not like getting it and I'm like, I don't know, like, what I should say to you, because, like, you're already traumatized seemingly by this. Anyways, this lighter skinned person went to this event that was like for black people, and like this. I'm so sorry, bitch. I'm so sorry. Like I feel bad laughing because I don't feel like it's my laugh to laugh, but it's just like I'm only laughing because like the person is a Leo. I'm not trying to give too much. This person's a Leo, and like they're so like, I am the new Angela Davis, and that's all I'm gonna say. And so they went up into this event, and they told me about it, and they said that somebody there was like, "Are you Chinese?" And they are a light skinned mixed person, and they're like me. Like they have like a, well, they're not like me. I just mean like they have like a mixed parent and a black parent, and so like people be letting them, they be encroaching in black spaces. Let me be direct. They be encroaching in black spaces. I feel like other people could say that they're like fighting for black liberation. People could say that. People could say that. I don't know. You say that. I don't care. But the fact that somebody black asked you if you Chinese, no tea, no shade, bitch. That's a moment. So when she told me that, I started laughing. She got mad at me, but I was just like, I was like, girl, what wig did you wear? Cause we both wiggies. So I was just like, I mean, if you gonna go to the black event, babe, like at least like wear your texture wig. Like I'm just like, bitch, not you put it out there with the fucking bust out. Like I'm sorry. It's probably inappropriate for me to be laughing like this. I'm sorry. I'm just like, I was just like, not they asked you if you was Chinese all at the event. Like they literally stopped the event to ask the bitch if she Chinese. I'm like, sweetie, I would have folded myself up and mailed myself out the room. Honestly, I would not have been able to stand. As a Leo, I'm like, bitch, you didn't dramatically faint and cause a scene. What's the point? What's the point of being a Leo if you don't dip into it? Honestly, I would have started acting. I don't know. Again, that shit made me laugh because I was just like, yikes. That's what I'm saying. The bang with the bust down. I'm telling you. But again, she is like a lot of us mixed people who are not biracial, who are we're what were people saying? We are appropriating the one drop rule for our benefit, because honestly the inspiration of the one drop rule was to keep white people white. It was to uh four white grandparents, two white parents, or yeah, four white grandparents, eight great grandparents, eight, or excuse me, eight white great grandparents. Like it was to keep the line as white as possible for many generations. And so in the world we live in today, a lot of mixed people are claiming their blackness by flattening their identities and not living as whole mixed people, and it's flattening how people see blackness in a way where the impacts are shown by, not seeing deep dark skinned people, not seeing deep dark skinned people who are uh in America predominantly, because it's very much like a lot of American biracial people are being like seen as like the black people on TV. And in the UK, like there is a separation between like mixed and black, but like even with that, like they're going out of their way to still employ more mixed people. So not Bad Girls Club. Mm, mm. I mean, a white person calling me anything of that, a white person calling me the N word in any way is problematic. But like, I don't be around white people doing all that. Somebody asking me what's my opinion on colorist. Um, I don't have an opinion on colorism because I can't possibly. It's like asking white people, what do you think about white supremacy? What are we waiting to hear? You know what I mean? Like, what could a white person really tell us? You feel me? Like, what's gonna, you know what I mean? I can't tell you anything. What I can do is betray my privilege when I can I can think to do it. And I tried to do that in real time. I feel like it probably looks weird. I'm not good at it. I'm working on getting better at it. However, I think just like anything, it's a muscle that we have to flex. And so I'm totally down to be, held accountable for like ways that I'm misspeaking, ways that maybe I might be laughing a little too hard at some shit. Please feel free to drag the shit out of me. I'm not gonna be on some ego shit and be like feeling like people are um like coming from any kind of way, because again, like just like if a white person was being anti-black and folks are doing all this labor to try to get them back on track, like I don't want that to be happening here. I feel like if folks are like seeing me be violent, if it's in your desire to say something, I appreciate it, of course. But I do think that like I am trying my best to in real time like be mindful of like ways that I could be saying things that could actually be benefiting me as a lighter skinned person versus betraying the privilege that I hold. And I'm trying to have standards. But again, I don't have any elders in this. I'm looking for them. Um, but there are a lot of us light skinned people just out here. And when I say light skin, I mean like mixed people. And I feel like I know mixed people are not only light skinned, but what I'm trying to offer is that there are a lot of mixed people who are lighter skinned, especially in black spaces. And the context of the differentiation, like that's the other thing too, is like there's a difference between a lighter skinned black woman and a mixed woman. And I feel like that's a conversation to be had at some point probably. But with that being said, there are so many conversations to be had, and so I'm definitely trying to hold space um from oh absolutely. Here's my thing, I never want anyone to think that I'm giving my opinion on colorism, because like I don't have one. I am a colorist. I think that that's an important thing to say right now. If you're a white person, you are a white supremacist. All we can ever be doing is unlearning. And so I just want to put that out there right now, that like that's all we can ever be doing as people who can be oppressors. All we can be doing is betraying our privilege and naming ourselves in the system. Like it's important to me to name that. Like um I have the privilege and the opportunities to be colorist because of my skin tone. And so I have to be actively operating with that in mind. And if I don't, if I'm not asking questions, if I'm not being curious when it comes to like people making commentary on like skin tone, textures, elevating mixed people, like I have to actually be paying attention. And then I also, as I said, be asking questions because I won't know what's colorist. Absolutely. Like I can be colorist, but I won't always know what is colorist, what is happening that is colorist. Like I have to continue to listen. And even like when I hear something that I may think is colorist, I also have to hold that means that like I've gained information. And if I can like uplift it, if I can share like links, like there's times where I'll see colorist shit happen, and there will be a creator like Khadija Mbawe or Maya's World or Praxis Poppies. Like there's a few people, I've named them before because those are the three folks that I really do pay attention to the most. But there are so many other folks that I watch. But I'll definitely try to uplift links so that people will get this information directly from people who are deep dark skin, because that's another aspect of this. I never want to be a light skinned person like sitting here talking to you about colorism for a long time. That's weird as fuck. It's weird too for white people to be sitting there talking to you about anti-blackness. That's weird as fuck. They don't know anything about it. But we should be telling you about creators that we listen to, information that we're hearing. We should be uplifting it. Like, we should not be hanging out talking about colorism because we don't know what the fuck it is. I appreciate you for coming through. Yes, like nobody, I'm not a good one. I want to put that out there right now. I'm going to fuck up and I don't want to fuck up, but I feel like that's a big part of like wanting to be an ally is holding that like, I don't know. And so by holding that, by being vulnerable and saying that I don't know and saying like I need to listen, and also like going, to places where people are offering information, because that's another thing too. Like there are definitely times where when I first was gathering information around colorism, I was like very a little bit worried at times to be like accidentally acknowledging colorism to a deep dark skinned person, because there would be times where I would feel like I was perhaps being performative in my pursuit of trying to allow there to be a free flow of like conversation around behavior, or there would be times where I could tell that like as soon as I brought it up, this person was like, whoa. And I feel like that's another thing is like white people talking to me about anti-blackness is disarming. Like I've had that experience where a white person says something so right. So yes. And it fucked me up. Because it's like, bitch, how the fuck did you get there? What's going on? Like, and it's disarming. And I think that some people who have privilege may not hold that sometimes. But like when the oppressor can talk to you about oppression, it's weird. It's weird as hell. So yeah. Like and again, white people be saying things and be foreshadowing, and that's my other thing. I don't want to be talking about colorism like I know what the fuck it is to anybody deep dark skin, and then fuck up or just do something that like makes them feel uncomfortable, and then they're like, oh, this the woke bitch, so can I even say anything? And it's like, please, like I don't think I'm anything. Like I don't think I do not think that I'm gathering information to like be ascending or some shit. Like I'm just trying to be a community with people and not cause harm. That's my thought process. Like I'm not a scholar. I'm not a fucking I'm perhaps a philosopher, but I feel like even that's giving myself a lot. I'm just a person that's gone through trauma and I don't want to hurt anybody and I don't want to be hurt anymore. And so I feel like if I hear that I can be an oppressor in this or that way, I'm like, "Oh, let me listen up." I mean, I feel like if you have a white baby, I feel like that is, I feel like, I don't know what that's like to have a white child. I don't know. But I definitely don't want to have a white child. I hope that doesn't sound fucked up to anybody here who's white passing. I'm not trying to judge you. I'm not trying to play you. I just feel like I can tell from my own mom's trauma that it's a lot. And I just don't have that. Like, I feel like I have my own embarrassing light skin weirdness already, man. I can't be having no white baby. I just I got a lifetime of my own cringe. I just, I can't take that shit on. I just can't. But shout out to anybody who wants to do it. You know what I mean? Shout out to anybody who wants to do that. Shout out to them for sure. But no thanks. I feel like even the concept of having children is wild to me. Because it's like, oh, bitch, sidebar though. Before I get all into this, because if I'm being genuine with you, I think kids are amazing. Do I want to give birth? Probably never. Probably really never. No. No. Could you ever eat too much at the buffet and just be uncomfortable? Like you ate, like you really ate. You really tore it up, really got your money's worth. That's pregnancy, like, for mad weeks. I just cannot. Bitch. Fuck that. I'm so sorry. Like, I got caught up at the buffet a couple times like that. Just in the Uber, just sweating. And with a baby, and is moving around. And all the food I just ate at the buffet, they're getting half, and they put none in. No. Absolutely not. Immediately no. So, again, but if somebody got a baby, I'll be their baby's friend. But in this body, no. In the old body, not in this new body. Bitch, not in this new body, bitch. Bitch in the old body, you know. And if you over 30, bitch, you know what I mean. In the old body, bitch. Not this new body, bitch. Ooh, no, bitch. This new body can't handle that, bitch. Oh, hell no. Bitch, I crouched the other day, and my whole back felt like it was about to break off. Like, I dropped it low, and I almost didn't get to get it back up. I almost, like, just crawled on down. I just almost just was like, fuck it. Legs are done. Exactly, bitch. Not this new body. 7 to 9 years. Elizabeth, we are twins. We're twins. Damn, everybody that was just fucking was like, 7 to 9 years. Me too, bitch. I'm scared as hell right now, too. We both scared. Best friends. Oh, sweet God. I mean, I understand we don't control genes. Here's my thing. If people want to have white babies, let them have white babies. Like, let them eat cake. Like, I'm not hating on them. You know? I don't hate upon them. I'm just saying, me personally, I would be worried to have a white baby. Me personally. Maybe not you. Maybe not you. But definitely me. Not when you finished. Bitch, can I tell you something really corny? Okay, so the other day, I don't know why, but y'all remember when Plies was like just doing a lot? I know this is gonna seem like a fever dream to somebody, like this is not a real conversation, but I don't know if people remember when Plies came out with that song called Argue. I don't know why, but that song has been living rent free in my head for like the last like 3 days, and I just want you to know, like, that song may help you because after my mom tried to like get all up in my shit, I had to really like let her have it. Like, I had to really tell my mom, ma'am, I was like, Miss Tammy, you wanna all I'm so sorry, bitch. But she was mad. But I can't argue with her. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, bitch. I'm so sorry. I can't argue with you. I'm happy. I'm so sorry, bitch. I will never not die. That shit kills me to this day, bitch. You wanna argue? What accent is that? Is that Florida? I don't know where he from for real, but I love it. You said the stem cells. Wow, Nemo, are you a doctor? My God. Like, you are sharing gems. Whoa. I'm just disturbed at all that's going on down here. Damn, I gotta really put away that fucking, well, I'm gonna have noodles. Yeah. Yeah, bitch. Damn. Damn, bitch, y'all pray for my finger, because I have loads of keys. Like, if this shit don't drain soon, I'm gonna have to go to the damn hospital, bitch. I really don't want to go, but I think I might have to go. The thing about going to the hospital this time of year, it's like everybody there, they done got beat up by they fucking, their Christmas present done fucking exploded or some shit. Like, I swear, bitch. Like, this is the worst time to try to go. Because people just there for all types of silly Christmas present related injuries. Basically what happened was, you ever like have a little extra meat on your cuticle and you just bite it because you're a nail biting type bitch? That's what happened to me. I bit my cuticle and then it got infected, which really sucks. But I think it's actually about to pop, so that's exciting. Yeah, I know it sounds disgusting. I'm sorry. It's called like parenchia or some shit like that. It starts with a P. Um, I've been putting oil on it to like get it okay, but it just like all of a sudden it started being like really aggressive. But I feel like that's because I put some peroxide on it. I feel like, yo, shout out to peroxide. Peroxide really is that girl. I wanna og. I really don't though. But no, I live for that song. It's just chef's kiss. It's exactly what I needed. But yeah, thank y'all for hanging out with me and being friends. It's been a cute time. I feel like I need to go handle this because it's it's looking real wild. Like I'm gonna spare you. Um, but honestly, the last time this happened to me, I believe this was the same finger. And I don't know. I feel like I have more info this time, and I also feel like I don't know. I feel like I just have more like herb knowledge, so I've been able to like make it work. But I think it's finally at that point where like it needs like another push, like for like a heat compress. But I've been doing like a hot like a tea mug, and then I'm like holding the tea mug against the finger, and then I'm doing a little bit of the oil. Ooh, ooh, red light bulb. Tell me more about this red light bulb. Please tell me more. I don't mind doing a Google. Damn, I didn't realize my phone was dead. But yeah, no, I'm gonna have to look into this red light bulb thing because that sounds amazing to me. But yeah, no, just now that I'm in a like, I just feel like I don't know. It's just it's just different. It's different here, and I don't mean that to be shitty. It's just like I just feel like I can really like I don't know. I don't know, man. Like when we were talking about hygiene earlier, like it's like when I'm depressed, I'm just like, who cares about cleaning? But there's so many loose ends in this convo. There's so many things I want to talk about. I'm so mad. Ugh, ADHD is so annoying. I had like three conversations we were having that I really liked, but honestly, I'll just finish that last one. I just feel like I can get clean here in a way I couldn't get at the other place, and I don't mean that to be disparaging. I just mean like there's just there's not a bunch of cats. There's one cat, and the litter is not everywhere. Like it's just like I don't know, man. I feel like I'm living with white people that have like the same kind of hygiene standards as me, which is rare. Very rare. But In fact, I think they might be a little bit better than mine, honestly. Just a touch. Like lowest of keys. But again, depression. But I'm glad. I'm glad to be in that situation. But it's definitely, yeah, it's definitely a lot. Um, I'm grateful. Whoa. Shout out to Red Light. Honestly, I'm excited to get old. I'm excited to have wrinkles. Like, I want to look old as fuck. I'm excited. I'm really excited about it. Between me and you. Like, I actually really like how I look. Like, especially now. Like, I'm loving, how much more, like, like our our moles and our like the random hairs and shit. Like it's I think it's really fucking cool how like we spend all these years trying to wax it and do all the and it's like it just gets hairier, man. We're just getting more and more like bespeckled and shit. Like it's cool to me. I'm grateful. Like I can't wait till my shit starts going gray. Like I'm hyped. Real talk, like, cause it's such a privilege, isn't it? Like to be able to get to that point where you like actually start to like look like you've lived and like I don't know. I'm hyped for it. Yes, exactly. Like I'm excited to be an elder. I really am. Like I see people trying to chase youth, and I'm like, why? Like youth was like, but then again, for me, youth was hard. It wasn't fun. I didn't have a good time. So I'm excited for my elder stage for sure. Right, right, right. Like I definitely used to like it's funny too, like you spend your whole teenage years trying to look older. Isn't that so funny? Like as a child, like you try to look older and then like you're supposed to what? Spend your whole elder years trying to look younger. That's so cruel. I feel like on both ends. Like I wish that we like taught kids to value like just looking how they look, you know? They don't need to and then even the makeup practices that we were like carrying on, like the gauntness, like the deep like think about how we do makeup or the traditional way. Like I love how like Gen Z is like doing like little dots and shit and swirls. They're not really worrying about like contouring as much as they are like doing like a tinted balm or a moisturizer. I love that. Like I'm so happy to see makeup evolve in this way. Because when I think about wearing makeup, I think about how I tried to like flatten my skin tone to like pull out my cheekbones and like do all of this like super I don't know. Not just the freckles, but just like the little dots and swirlies. Like I feel like people are doing really interesting eyeshadow these days. I don't know about y'all, but I watch a lot of like these like new makeup channels and stuff, like younger people doing makeup, and it's so cool. Like they have so they use like different shapes and mixed media. Like I don't know, it's just really cool to see. Exactly. I am ready to get old. Absolutely. I hope that I get to. I really do. But we're not all promised that, friends. Like, we all don't get to get old. It's so sad when you really think about it. We all don't get to be like a old ass bitch sitting in a rocking chair. Honestly, I don't disagree with you. You said out of the country. I've left the country before. I would like to see more of the world for sure, but I don't know. I feel like my biggest concern at the moment is housing and collective liberation, not traveling. Not to be dramatic, but I'm just saying. Like I'm not really thinking about that right now. I feel like we're low key in a class struggle, babes. Like, let's bring it back. You know, like I love the idea of traveling. I know people are out there traveling. I love to see that. But there's so much going on right now, and like I feel like that's like You know, like we can have a good conversation, we can laugh and shit, but like the reality is like a lot more people need housing than they need to travel, and I feel like there are some people that like they can't see beyond that. Like they're just like my personal desires are what come first for me, and like I get it, I get it, I get it. And like if you're younger than 30, I get why you still, you know, are desiring that. And like I don't want to yuck your young, you know? But if you're able to travel, do it. If you can't travel, it's okay. Like you'll be okay. I love Sims. I can't afford a computer right now. And I gave away my PlayStation, but I wouldn't play PlayStation Sims, honestly, it's terrible. Um, but trust me, when I get a fucking laptop, I'm gonna be like playing Sims so hard, I'm gonna disappear. Ain't nobody seeing me. I'm kidding, but I will be excited. But I don't know. I'm thinking about hacking the library. Like that's where I'm at. I'm trying to be a hacker. I believe in myself. Aw, I love to hear that. I'm glad. Damn. You know what makes me super sad? Like all those sim titties, man. That's why my Periscope got shut down. I just want to put that out there. Like, my Periscope got deleted because my Sims were fucking. Isn't that fucking tragic? Where could you go? I'm gonna look into that because, you know, sometimes the Sims will be getting it in and, like, they should be able to. Like, why are they hating? I don't know. Maybe I need to be on Zeus. Yeah, it was a lot. But I'm glad that you be celebrating your homies that have passed and keep their memories alive, genuinely. But yeah, no, I be thinking about the Periscope sometimes. Cause I'm like, I be wanting to watch the old Periscopes. Cause I be fucking dying. Like some of the clips are on like Twitter, and I'd be like, fuck. No, it's really tragic, bitch. Like that, like we were having a good time. Wow. I'm gonna see what I can see though. I'm gonna see what I can see. Cause maybe they'll at least let me just get my shit. I'll be like, I don't want to come back. Can I get the archives? Can I get the files? Please. Anyways, um, just thanks for hanging out tonight. I hope everybody has a good night. I'm just like trying to get my shit back together. I have a new menu coming out tomorrow. I'm trying to ship on 111 because, you know, 11124. You feel me? You feel me? So yeah. So I just want to put that out there. I'm also trying to like just get my shit together for like just the new year. Like I really do wanna come out strong. Wanna just do it. Yes. 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 I love Sims. I'm so sad. I appreciate you too. Thank you. I love y'all so much. Just thank y'all for hanging out. And yeah, no, my finger, it's healing. It's definitely healing. Thank you. All right, sweet dreams, you guys. Good night. Good night. You can call me a hoe. It's okay.